We
I guess. Yeah, we could probably bring up the Oscars. I haven't
Who
seen the
cares
Oscars.
about the freaking Oscars,
I haven't
man?
seen the
Like,
Oscars in like a billion years, man.
yeah,
But I mean,
like
I wouldn't
it's
even
I
know
just
mean,
what.
it's
it's all
entertainment.
rigged. So
It
I guess
probably
whoever's
is,
like the
but
blackest gets an Oscar. You know,
I mean, not only that, we already pay these
blackest
dudes
and
like
gayest will get
millions
the
and millions
Oscar.
of dollars. Like, what would you care about a little rinky-dinky award when you're already getting paid $1 million to fucking make a shitty movie?
Yeah, it's a jerk fest. It's a circle jerk.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I mean, I guess like the idea is like, of course, like the
Well,
idea of what the Oscars and all that shit represents, right?
yeah.
Like, I
Well,
guess
it used to mean something until like we started seeing a bunch of really garbage movies get an Oscar.
yeah,
That was like even the critics
You're
were like,
right.
"Why the freak did this get an Oscar?" And we're like, "Yeah, it's because it's bought."
yeah.
You know.
Alrighty, boys, let's get into this motherfucker. It's gonna be a chill day today.
Now your mic is off, dude. Your mic is off.
Goodness gracious, if I could not make this any
I was like,
weirder.
what's going
Well, that's
on?
got to be a new feature. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's Sunday night. You're here with the Average Boys Podcast. It's your boy Crispy, and I am, of course, joined here by Derpy Entertainment and the Last Relic, two of our homies. What is up, boys? What's up? Derpy, I
Not
have
much.
Derpy go first. Derpy, I feel like I haven't seen Derpy like in fucking how long has it been, Relic? Like ever since like we've had you on the show. Like Derpy's been like the busiest motherfucker I know, man. Derpy, what is up, bro? What is up?
what is up?
What
I
is up,
apologize.
man?
Doing something real
How are
quick,
you
but
doing, brother? How you doing? Any sports going on? What are you guys up to nowadays? What are the Yankers boys doing? The Yancers
The
doing?
Yinzers. Yep, the Yinzers.
Yeah. What are they up to nowadays, man?
They are up to still talking about the Steelers. It's the off season, so there's not really
Much going on, right?
Maybe, yeah, it's gonna be
So-
picking up in next month and tomorrow because the free agency starts in early talk. Like, what's the word?
Yeah, because I was gonna say like,
tampering.
so like the Super Bowl's done.
Yeah.
What is it? What's the next thing? I mean, what's the next thing for you guys?
Draft. The NFL
Like draft picks, or we're not doing like what? It's not like baseball season. It's not like fucking
No.
hockey season. It's not nothing like that right now.
No.
So like literally, it's just like
There's
these
couple.
guys.
There's been a couple trades, but that's about it so far. Free
Okay.
agency starts tomorrow, where the real stuff starts to begin.
What about
and
like the fight game? Is anybody watching or into like the UFC stuff?
I haven't watched you. I mean, since that one time.
We had yesterday. It was the fucking what was it? What's up, Chrissy Poo? What's up, brother?
Get a new
We had
shirt.
Charles Oliveira versus
I did
Max
get a new
Holloway.
shirt.
Did you kind of check the matches out or no?
Dude,
No.
I didn't even know that was happening.
That's fucking horrible, dude. It's like, of course, everybody loves Max Holloway because he's like such a like a scrappy dude. You know, the fucking points to the ground, bang it out.
And
And
Charles
Charles
is like a
Oliveira's
jiu-jitsu
tough
master.
motherfucker too. But all he did was just a jiu-jitsu match. Like Max couldn't even really do anything to him, and Charles just kind of out wrestled him and grappled him to the ground. Like not wrestled him, but I would say like just used just his jiu-jitsu as work, right?
Yeah,
But,
like I can't speak on the fight itself. I love watching Charles Oliveira because he's a true black belt. Like he'll take it to the ground, you know.
Oh man, but fucking
But ever since it's been on Paramount, I've gotten like no advertisement, nothing. So I like if I knew it was happening, I would have watched it. I have
Oh,
Paramount
that's a
Plus,
good
but
point. I
that
didn't even know
subscription
that.
sucks.
I didn't even know it was only through that. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But apparently it was for the BMF title, and it was like the boringest fucking fight in a lot of people's opinions. Like they did not like. You know, it's a good question. Like the UFC has a bunch of like different styles of belt setups and fights and shit, and you have the BMF title, which was supposed to be this legendary title where you can like cross in between different weight classes and set up all these legendary matches. And of course, the UFC set it up yesterday with Max and Charles, but apparently it was like boring as fuck. And you're kind
So
of
did you watch it?
no, fuck no, man. I barely watch fights, dude. I got enough of that shit going on at the gym all week. But like, it's one of those things like you're kind of anticipating the idea of these people like putting it out on the line, especially for
BMF.
such a prestigious belt that's represented for like the toughest motherfuckers in the
Yeah.
sport. You're expecting to see some shit. So like a lot of people, I guess, were thinking like they're doing jujitsu, they're doing all this stuff, and they were expecting Charles to kind of be like, just let it go and be like, hey, fuck it. Well, why aren't we just banging, bro? Like, why aren't we just banging? And yeah, it turned out to be pretty boring. But they did make a really cool announcement yesterday, which was for the White House fight. Did you hear about this yet or no?
No.
So they're doing a UFC matchup on the yard of the UFC or of the White House, like literally at the presidential White House. What's up? What's good to
All
see
right.
everybody?
Like I have to go watch the fight to like actually have an opinion on it, but just knowing it's Charles Oliveira in my mind, it's like it's for jiu-jitsu fans.
Yeah,
Probably jiu-jitsu fans were entertained because we know what's going on. You know, it's a hard thing for people that don't know anything about jiu-jitsu to be entertained by a jiu-jitsu match.
true.
You know what I mean?
Derpy, are you there, Derpy?
Yes. Sorry, I'm eating.
You guys talk real quick. Let me answer the phone really fast. It's my dad.
You're good.
What's up, dude?
Derpy. What up, man? So you're like I saw all the freaking NFL stuff that you have going on, all the different channel or I guess
Yeah.
show stuff that you have. So what's going on with that?
Well, I'm introducing new pod segments for the channel. Basically,
Are you gonna have like a bunch of different guests?
probably, yeah.
All
When
right,
I get
sorry.
if you guys are available or whenever you're available.
Dude, I don't know anything about the NFL. Like I
You can bring me on. I'm gonna
Right.
be like the Chicago Bulls versus who? Dude, I'm really bad at football, bro. But I did watch the Super Bowl. I mean, everybody kind of did it as it's kind of like a traditionary value thing. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
like Christmas, but for sports. So I did enjoy that.
Yeah, I did not watch it. I did not
No?
watch the Super Bowl.
Was it because
Wow.
of Peso Puma or what's the guy's name that sang? Daddy Yankee? No,
Bad Bunny?
Bad Bunny. It was one of those things. Did you not watch
No.
Kazam?
No.
No.
Like funny story at my jiu-jitsu gym. There's a guy there who he's a director, and he actually directed like a bunch of Bad Bunny music videos, and he like told me a little bit about him and whatnot.
I mean, that's pretty cool,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. He did like one with Nicki Minaj, and
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's a song with Nicki Minaj and Bad Bunny. I don't know.
Dude, I
But,
wonder, like,
yeah.
yeah, I'm guessing, like, overall, the guy's not a bad dude.
Dude, I don't know. Like, I think if you're an artist and you're trying to put some political statement, like nobody cares about your opinion. Like, do your performance, all that stuff, and then
Yeah, that makes
you know,
sense.
like I just don't think if you do music, do music. If you're
Yeah.
if you make movies, make movies. I think you kind of and they're never like these Hollywood stars, music stars, whatever star you are, they never understand that their fans are from all sides of the political spectrum. So then
Yeah,
they
of course.
alienate the other
Yeah,
side
they alienate a
instead
lot
of
of them
like
when they start to pick
instead of
sides,
just
right?
instead of pointing out like, hey, look, this is my belief. I don't like this, but if you do like it, I don't think you're a terrible person for supporting this, this, and this. I
True.
just don't. It's just this is my opinion. Nobody's really doing that. Or at least very few people do that. And that's where it's like, even if like you're on my side, you know, like you align with me politically, but you're like hating everybody else. Like, what's the point? Isn't the point of like uniting everybody and being like, here's the common ground. You could believe this, and then this common ground is called tolerance. We could still hang out and do whatever. It's just I hate hearing about politics, especially when artists talk about it, because they talk about it like it's gospel. Like, if you're not on my side, then you are evil or something. So
It's
I
kind of
just like
weird, right?
whatever.
like it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like I want to just put this out there. Right, you look at Danny Trejo, right?
Mhm.
Like, do you know who Danny Trejo is?
Yeah.
So like Danny Trejo is like a guy that came from the streets. You know what I mean? Like straight up, like had a rough upbringing, spent time in jail and all that stuff in prison.
Yeah.
Got out and was blessed enough that he made a connection and was able to get out there and get found and all this stuff, right? And he has such like an uncle, like a cool uncle kind of vibe for everybody in the world. Same thing with like a Denzel Washington. Same things with like what's the other guy's name? Morgan Freeman. Like some of these guys kind of had like these really nice like regular upbringings that when they do reach a certain fame and prosperity and they're asked these questions, they find very interesting ways on how not to really answer them, but to give like subtle nods without being too direct. And I think it's important to understand that I think they get a certain grasp on it where it's like they know that the position they're in is not because of a political view or something like that. They got it there with their hard work and dedication, right? And when people ask them for their opinions, I think they just know that they're like, hey, you know what? Like, I make a lot of money and it's hard for me to answer this based on the whim of like a normal person because I can have 1,000,001 things that a normal person on a basic income can't have. So like I just remember fucking watching a video one time about what's that fucking guy's name? The one that Microsoft, Bill Gates, right?
Bill Gates, yeah.
And they were asking him like it was like on Oprah, it was on something, and they were asking him about how much he thought like normal food at the grocery store costed. And for being a genius, he's dumb as fuck, dude. Like that guy does not leave the house, dude. Like, and I'm not saying he grew up in royalty, because that's the other thing is some of these.
It's just the
actors that grew up as
disconnection.
legacies-
It's like you've been have a
yeah.
lifestyle for such a long time that now you don't really know like because
what the norm is, right?
Yeah, like you go if you're making millions of dollars or billions even, and you go and let's say you have a driver, you don't know the cost of gas, and even if you put your own gas, you're just swiping the card like it's nothing.
Yeah, and you just pay. That's
you're not over there on the gas tank and like trying to make sure that it doesn't go over like $20 because that's all you got.
Oh fuck! I went over 3 cents. God damn it!
It's like son of a, I'm gonna get a freaking text. Like
oh no, they're gonna overdraft me $30.
Yeah, my wife, we were talking about like one of the queens of France. I think it was the Queen of France. She got beheaded. I don't know which one it was. We were talking about her, and she said, like, all the people were complaining about famine and not having anything to eat. It's like, if you don't have anything to eat, just eat cake.
Yeah,
It was like a famous line. It's like
that was
freak. Like
that was the ice cream shit that they were making fun of that other lady politician during the coronavirus. What was her name? Pelosi or whatever, right?
There was Pelosi. There was like I forgot. Oh, it was Patton Oswalt or like
something like that. Yeah.
Just order DoorDash. I'm like,
yeah, and get some ice cream, folks. Yeah.
We can't like ask for a $11 cheeseburger from McDonald's and pay $50 more because of DoorDash. What are you talking about? Order DoorDash.
It's so weird. Boys,
has there been anything
going on? Has there been anything going on this week? I don't know if you guys saw DCKO. I believe finally came to an end. This is in the comic book world. Superman, I believe, beat Darkseid, which kind of happens all the time. My boy Superman,
but didn't he become like some sort of like bluish god or whatever? I forgot what it was.
Yeah, he got like well, the thing is like you have to remember anybody that wins the Darkseid tournament gets imbued with like Darkseid energy. So I don't know if in a sense of it corrupts also. But like I was kind of like iffy about it at first because I don't know if you guys are familiar. Derpy's kind of young. Relic, I don't know. You're kind of in your 30s, right? Like early 30s, mid-30s. I don't know if you guys are familiar with like the Superman Doomsday story back in the day.
Yeah.
The death of Superman, Doomsday comes. He's this fucking animal creature. The idea of Doomsday itself was kind of interesting because he was like their version of the Hulk. But every time you would hurt him, he had like a Super Saiyan vibe. He would like evolve to be able to defeat whatever killed him the first time.
Yeah, well, that was pretty much the Hulk. Like every time he got angrier or got
Well, that's
more
the Hulk.
damage.
The
He
Hulk
got
gets
bigger
angry and he gets stronger. So like if you
I
hit
know,
him and he
but
gets mad, he gets more and more
yeah,
and more and
but
more. He
like
keeps trying. It's
yeah.
like a what is it called? Like the Mary Sue shit, right? But for Darkseid, you would have to defeat him. I guess that means like kill him because you can't just knock him out.
Yeah,
And then he would adapt to that, and then it cannot happen again. And that's
Mhm.
why he was like a really good villain for Superman, I believe. But in the beginning of this DCKO series, they introduced the Timekeeper, and it was it was not a dark side. It was a Doomsday from the future who had survived. What's up, Chuanu? What's up, Mark? Good to see you, brother. I hope everything's going good. Long time, long time. Doomsday ends up going into the future and getting his ass whooped a billion times over and becomes sentient, educated, and apparently in this one he comes back to help Superman to make him like the ultimate of the ultimate Superman, right? Which
Mhm.
of course it's got to be like our main continuity Superman, the one that everybody loves. I believe this is still the Clark Kent Superman, the Christopher Reeves Superman. I believe this is still him
Mhm.
in the comics. But he comes back to tell him about Darkseid's war that when Superman showed up and Doomsday was there, he was like, "Well, I'm gonna fucking kick your ass right now." And he goes, "Whoa, time out. I'm worried that if that happens and you beat me, I'm gonna become an immortal god. So please, like, refrain yourself, Superman." And Superman was like, "Oh shit, like, I was about to smoke your ass, but not no more."
Yeah.
But like, same thing. He doesn't want to be involved with Darkseid because if Darkseid assaults Doomsday, he'll evolve farther and eventually be a god. And Doomsday's
Mhm.
character is kind of like, I don't want that to happen. I'd rather have Superman because he's like the best of the best, right? It's always the same thing.
Mhm.
I don't like it too much. I don't like the idea. I do like the idea of knowing that Doomsday would eventually be this like overbearing cosmic god, like in the DC universe, like this super crazy villain. But like, I don't know, bro. Like they tried to do the same thing with the Hulk, with the one above all shit or the one below
Like
all.
here's the big problem with comics is everybody's afraid of just making a brand new character. It's all
Yeah,
nostalgia. They're like, all right, what if Doomsday did this instead of being this crazy freaking
like dumb,
just
like
empty vessel,
brain dead
just like
animal, right?
my only objective is to kill Superman. Like just keep it as that. Just keep Doomsday as that and then make another character with that same like I guess concept that you had in mind. And like one of the problems even in the movies, the MCU, DCU is that we're not getting any more new characters.
Yeah,
Because if you take right now, comics is dead. It is. It is not what it was even 10 years ago, even 5 years
yeah.
ago. It is like
Okay,
if
I
you go to
agree.
any comic shop, your no comic shop only has comics. It's like 25% of the store and everything else is like Warhammer, Hot Toys,
Yeah, you
tabletop
got a bunch of
games.
boxes full of old comic
Yeah.
books that don't sell. A
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
bunch,
and
a
it
whole bunch
doesn't
of
sell, and
comics.
also they have to keep putting the price up, and the only ones that sell are back issues
Yeah.
because most of the
And
new
I
ones are
would say
just still
even the
garbage.
omnibuses too sell pretty well, right?
Yeah, the omnibus sell really
I
well
still say
because
that they
it's
would sell
like,
probably better than the regular comics.
well, it's because it's not like comics are now more of a collector's item. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like the big one of the bigger issues is like I pointed this out where even animated series or TV shows they would add a character that actually worked. Like Harley Quinn doesn't work without the Joker, but they made her for the animated series and it became somewhat of a beloved character. It was very interesting. It kind of gave a little bit of depth to the Joker where he can actually manipulate somebody who is supposed to be intelligent like a therapist into like his side. And then you
mhm.
got Lionel Luthor that gave even more depth to Lex Luthor in Smallville, and like that whole juxtaposition of like him becoming good but still having the past of that like just downright evil. Probably even worse than Lex, but then he's the one that turns Lex to the ultimate evil villain in the against the Superman, right?
Mhm.
So one of like I know we'll get to the Lanterns, but one of the my issues with this new storyline that James Gunn wants to tell. It's like you could have just implemented two different Green Lanterns that nobody's ever heard of that you created yourself, and then do a story like this, and I think it would have received a lot more praise than using John Stewart and Hal Jordan in the way that he's currently using it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, let me have a little bit of pushback, right? So recently, Derps, you probably have to help me with this. I know there was a female character that recently came out in the comic books. That's a Green Lantern, fairly new Hispanic girl. I just forget her name.
I forget.
And of course, you have the main White Lantern guy. Let me see if I can get his name. White Lantern. Kyle Renner, right? Kyle Renner and female Green Lantern. Let me see. Jessica Cruz. Fairly new
That sounds
character,
about
Green
right.
Lantern, kind of popped off in the last couple of years. Got pushed to the forefront for it. Yeah, I think for what they're doing, we see Hal Jordan. We finally see Hal Jordan, and we see the other guy, John Stewart. And I'm not too taken on the way that they've kind of made Hal Jordan. I do like the way that they portray him in the animated series, where he has like this really like, he's a good guy, but he's super cocky, but you know, he's still a good guy.
Like the animated movies, you mean?
Yeah, like the animated films. Like he's super cocky. He's really funny. Like he's really witty. Like the way Nathan Fillion plays him on the animated series are always so good. Like it's so good. And then him and the Flash, because in the comic books, you know, they're really, really close friendships. But like they have such a cool dichotomy on the animated series. Like it just lands right. And you know, we just saw the trailer a little while. I just saw the trailer a little while ago. They just released a new Green Lantern trailer not too long ago, and yeah, actually, you know what? I'll bring it up right now. We can start talking about this. Yeah, hey boys,
Sure.
Green Lantern trailer and stuff. We're not going to show the trailer, but I just want to talk about it. Now, we all sit on different sides of the spectrum when it comes to what the Green Lanterns and what we're expecting. I think by chance, I'm just going to put this out there, just to anybody that's watching. I would say that like maybe between us three, Relic probably sits on the side he's not really for it. Like there's something about it that doesn't catch him. He's not really about it. You know what I mean? I get that. I'm kind of in the middle. Derpy is a true to the heart DC fan. He's going to support it, but of course he'll have his reserves on things, which is never an issue. So we'll all get our points. I want to kind of put this out there first, right? I like the guy that they chose for John Stewart. I think just by visuals, he looks like the fucking cartoon. Like it's crazy.
I don't have an issue with the cast at all. The cast,
the cast is pretty good. The Hal Jordan character in the trailer, I don't know why. I just don't dig the cussing. I think it's like a fucking cop out when he's like, well, I'm not a fucking asshole, or I'm fucking Hal Jordan. Like, I'm like, whoa, dude, like, chill out, dude. You look like just a normal suburban guy. Like, why are you saying the F word so much? And I don't know if that's like a James Gunn thing. Like they want to make it.
It's 100% James Gunn thing.
It's not a James Gunn thing.
You don't think so?
What him saying that?
I'll let you guys kind of talk about this, but I'm just putting this out there.
If you think it's James Gunn doing that, then you are very, very wrong. And I don't even want to say the word, but you are that word.
Well, hold on, because I'm gonna put this out there because I really want to put this out there. I myself don't really care for the F words being used, and I don't mean it in a bad way because I say the F word like all the time. You know what I mean? But like, there's something about it that it feels like it's used to kind of like establish like the characters a certain way, but I don't feel that that's the way Hal Jordan is represented anywhere.
That I can agree with.
That DC landscape, like he's not represented that way. But I could see why they would do it because they need to. Because if you look at it, John Stewart is very like, there's something about him that he's so masculine and hardcore and soldierish. And I think that the person that they chose and whoever wrote for him got it right when they looked the part. There's a part in the trailer where he's like, I do this part better than you. And I'm guessing that means for like the fighting and the being in the fight game. But the way that the trailer is done, what's up, Vega? What's up, brother?
Vegas, what's up, Vegas?
They make it feel like a cool, like good cop, bad cop vibe in the trailer where you have your Hal Jordan and he's very much like Denzel in that training movie. What was it? Training Grounds, or what was that movie back in the day?
Which one? Training Day?
Training Day, yeah,
Training
where
Day?
he's like the cop that's
Yeah.
like he's seen it all. He's like, "What's up, bro? We're gonna go see these gangsters." He's like, "What's
Of
up?"
course
what's
you would
up,
say that,
motherfuckers?"
Vince.
Like he's gonna be like, "What's up, motherfuckers?" or whatever. Like, do you get what I'm saying, right? Like,
Yeah.
like he's
Well,
like the hard veteran cop, and then this guy's like the upcoming rookie, but he's like the Boy Scout rookie,
Well,
and
I'll give you my
and you need
perspective
that
on
for the
this.
characters,
Yeah.
right?
Cry about it, Vince.
Yeah. I'll give my
Oh, a
perspective.
suit's not the right
So the
color.
showrunners for Green Lantern is Tom King and Damon Lindelof, right? Tom King, he always starts off the comics pretty decent, and then it always goes to mommy issues, and it ends up, I accept my past, now I'm gonna go kill myself. That's pretty much Tom King in a
good way to
nutshell
put
in
it.
his comics.
But that's a comic
right?
book writing. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, but we've seen comic book writers go to being showrunners, and it usually doesn't translate well. Especially Tom King. This is not his first rodeo, and pretty much everything he's done has been pretty trash. Now Damon Lindelof, his problem is he's already done a DC project, and it was one of the worst shows to ever be created. The Watchmen. It was awful.
Oh, he's the writer of the television show.
He was he was also one of the writers for all the Star Trek movies that, if you're a Star Trek fan, you hate. Like, none of those movies were good. He was like in the beginning.
But us that aren't Star Trek fans, like, I enjoyed them.
First one was good. Second
Yeah,
one,
I
like,
enjoyed
a
'em.
rip.
I wouldn't say they were
Nobody
good.
picked up.
Yeah, I wouldn't say
I'd say they were
hated.
entertaining. I would say they were
Yeah,
entertaining.
yeah, yeah. They just
Yeah.
they kind of reached, what is it, like the streamline. They're streamlined movies now. They're not like as
Yeah, well, it was
as
J.J.
Star
Abrams.
Trekky as they used to be.
Yeah, like, this guy comes from the academy of J.J. Abrams, pretty much, right? Like, this guy
Yeah,
is not
I mean-
smart. And the reason why I say, like, the cursing and stuff is very much James Gunn is because James Gunn hired these guys. He's the one that has final say on how it ends up and where it's supposed to take, because he's creating the universe. Just like Kevin Feige is to blame for all the successes in a way, because there was 3 other guys involved. But
Yeah.
Kevin Feige's to blame
The
for all
accountability, right?
successes
He has the
and
accountability for it.
all the hate too, because
Even
he's
though
the
he
one that
didn't
says,
write
like,
it or direct it, but hey,
Yeah, I was gonna say
No, yeah,
Derpy.
but-
I mean, I
but
see.
he allows the writing to happen. If he says, like, this doesn't make sense, let's take it out, they have to take it out. James
So, I
Gunn
wanna-
is yeah. Go
I want to
ahead,
ask
go ahead.
Derpy. Where do you feel that it's that? What's your opinion on it though? Like, on that part. Like, I want to know. Like, I know that like Relic is saying that it's a James Gunn thing. You're saying it's not. Where's your stance on it? Like, how do you feel as a DC fan on how they wrote that and the cussing and all that stuff for the character? I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. We're all fucking adults. Like, you know what I mean? Like, an F-word isn't too bad.
exactly.
Yeah.
We're all adults here, and we're complaining about an F-bomb. Like, what are we talking about?
Well, again, it's like, are we the audience, or are these characters supposed to be for children? That's one.
It's on
You know
HBO.
what I mean? Like,
It's not-
and I
it's
just
not
want
a
to put
kid's
that out
show.
there, right?
It's not a kid's
Oh,
show.
go ahead, Derp.
It's on
Yeah.
HBO. That's how I feel about it. If it's on HBO, then it's for adults. If it's in the movies, it's probably aimed both crowds. But if it's in
Okay.
HBO, that's how I feel about it.
Okay, so both of you, this is just me putting it out there. Both of your opinions. Do you feel like the DC universe, film-wise, is supposed to be for like kids, teenagers, or adults like us adults? Who's the
Well,
audience? Who's the target audience?
Well, first of all, it depends on how successful do you want it to be. If you're putting it,
No,
rated
no,
R,
I'm
you're-
asking this-
you
I'm
know.
not asking the sense of it's going to make money or not. I'm just asking this: what you feel easily across the board. Who do you think the target audience is for the DC universe?
I think who
Right now.
James Gunn is targeting is just adults.
Okay.
Now, what
Derpy?
DC is for, I don't think is just for.
Well, hold on,
adults.
hold on. There, we'll get into that part too.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
Derpy, what about you?
I think what we got and announced a couple in 2023 is what we're getting. So, and
But what do you? No, I
it's for
understand that. But
adults.
what audience, right? Who do you think the
Adults.
audience is supposed to be? Adults.
this specific project, adults.
Okay. Now with that, who do you guys think it should be that the target audience is?
Okay, well, first, before I answer that one, I think even though it's targeting for adults. I don't think it's targeting the fans because like we didn't get that kind of cussing in the comics. You know what I mean? Well, they're trying to make it more mature, but you're making a superhero come off as not only a regular guy, and the whole trailer they both kind of they're not likable. Neither one of them is likable in the trailer. Now, when the show comes out, maybe they do become, but the trailer's supposed to get you enticed to go and watch the show, the movie, whatever it is. So I think the big problem is that even if they are gonna cuss, they shouldn't have had it in the trailer. And the F word already turns you off. Like the 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 problem is like, for instance, I have kids, right? When I watch a superhero thing, they're usually around, so I want to watch with them. You know, I want to
True.
like what
Let's
nerds do.
turn
We
on
want
Age
to
of Ultron,
share.
right?
We
Let's turn on Age of
we
Ultron, right?
I haven't shown them that movie, but we want to show we like the things that nerds love the most is sharing what we love. And if a show doesn't respect the comics and what came before, we generally don't want to show that, even if it is different. Like Smallville is very different from the Superman comics, right? It's a completely different take. But they do. Jonathan can't write. They introduce a great new character. They have this dynamic from the original comics of Superman, where Superman and Lex are kind of friends. Um, and so you do want to introduce it because they respected what came before. They even respected Christopher Reeve. They had Christopher Reeve there multiple times. Whatever. I just don't think that this is gonna get the comic book fans interested. I think it's gonna get a lot of normies interested that like
Okay.
don't know anything about Green Lantern.
Oh, but that's good if you're trying to
That
bring
I can
someone
agree
in.
with, Relic.
Yeah. I mean, at the
That
same time,
that
it's
last
not
part.
bad to try to bring in people into like the IP to bring in more fans and stuff. But Derpy, what about you? How do you feel about the way that the trailer kind of like promoted these characters and
I feel that um I'm okay with it. I'm an adult now. I mean, but I get what Relic's saying. I get what you're saying with the
Yeah,
kids part, and
no,
it's not also not how the characters would act.
yeah.
Is what I
I,
get what you're
yeah.
saying.
My opinion is very much. I think the like when you write a script, when you write anything, the heroes, you have to give an illusion of something higher than your normal person, even if it's just like a percentage higher, right? So I think the F bomb is problematic by one of the heroes saying it, because when somebody cusses in that kind of like nonchalant and they don't really seem like they care too much about what's going on, it's for you not to really
And
like them. Like for instance, Green Lantern, like the Superman movie. Say what you will about the Superman movie. A big problem about it
you
is that
hated
there's a
the
lot of
Superman movie.
vulgarity, and the Superman movie is supposed to bring families together. You're supposed to believe a man could fly. Out of all the superhero movies, Superman is supposed to have the purest line throughout. You know, because Superman, regardless if they make comics for adults now, Superman attracts kids. And I saw Vince talking about toys are for kids and shows and movies are for adults. I don't necessarily agree with that because it's all marketing and they intertwine together. Like I don't want to show my kids the Superman movie, regardless if it's the newest one, even if I like it. Because like showing a Guy Gardner, his imagination is just flipping off one of the tanks instead of something really cool, and then like everything's like edgy, and like I personally I don't cuss. I'll say anything else, but I don't cuss. But I don't want my kids like gravitating towards that, and I want to see my heroes be heroes,
Because
be
you're a goody two shoes
better.
Gordian.
I just want my heroes to be, you know, like Superman. He's supposed to be elevated. He's supposed to represent the best of what humans have to offer, what people are. He's supposed to be better than all of us. The Green Lantern, I totally get if they want to make it more real, more military like, but this is supposed to add on to the DCU. Like if you look at Peacemaker, Peacemaker is for you to be able to watch after Superman so you could understand where the direction is going. And they introduced tits, bisexual orgies, freaking cussing off the wazoo, all this stuff that's like if a kid is a fan of Superman, they have to watch Peacemaker to go through the rest of the DCU to understand what's gonna happen next. And James Gunn said, like, if you watch Peacemaker 2, you'll understand what happens next. So you know you have a direction of where the DCU is going.
That is
Or you could
that
just
is a
watch a
pretty
video on
interesting
YouTube.
point. Yeah, that is a pretty interesting point. I never really looked at it like that.
Or you could just watch a video on YouTube explaining it, then you don't have to force them to watch it.
Yeah, but what
Yeah, but
like what are
that's not
kids
the
gonna do?
point. Look, wait, hold
Kids
on.
are gonna grab the controller and look at the next.
Well,
thing
I
that
mean, but even with
DCU
that factor, that's not the point. That's the same ideology and problem that Star Wars had when they didn't want to explain, or their story got like you run into like a wall or some type of shit where you're watching Star Wars, you're like, wait, that doesn't make sense. Like, where does it? And then all of a sudden, 14 months later, Star Wars releases a book at Barnes and Nobles for $36, explaining all the shit that the movie didn't explain. And you're kind of like, well, I don't want to read
Yeah.
the fucking book. And then like that, your concept is like, oh, well, just watch a
Vince
YouTube
points out
video
a good
explaining it.
point in the
Like,
But
comments.
the thing is like, it
I'll point
shouldn't,
out in
like,
Endgame. So Captain America, like you point out Age of Ultron, he said,
Mhm.
like, wow, like, whoa, language, and then everybody's making fun of him, but he's the traditional type of guy. He's the
oh
he has,
yeah,
like,
oh
a higher
yeah, yeah,
standard.
okay, that's the
you know, and
reference that
then-
you made, Derpy. Was
Yeah,
the
and then
language?
Endgame-
That's funny as fuck. I didn't get that. I didn't get what you meant. I was like, Age of Ultron.
It's because you're a moron, dude. What the? Frick?
Yeah, because I'm not a fan.
No.
I'm not a fucking fan. You don't
Vince
remember?
points out a
fake
good
fan.
point in the comments. Just
No,
saying.
but then Endgame, he says his first curse word, like, let's get this son of a bitch, right?
And then
But
someone's
so
like,
actually-
Captain America.
No,
language,
but
bro.
it actually has
Money.
gravity to it, because it's like, dude, they failed. Half the universe
Yeah, well,
is
I
gone,
mean,
not just Earth.
Not only
And, like,
that, it
He's
flips
pissed.
over and it turns back into the
Yeah.
punchline, right? Like it's they make it important for you to realize that the character doesn't cuss, and they turn it into like a
Yeah.
quippy kind of like funny comedy skit that worked out very, very well. Now,
Yeah, like, for instance, like, I speak multiple languages, right? The words you use, they're supposed to have gravity. Like, me and my wife, we talk about this all the time. If she is always yelling, eventually the kids are gonna get a certain age where they're like, oh, that's just mom. She just yells.
she just yells. Yeah, true.
Yelling needs to have an impact. So you need to know when you should hold in that anger and realize when you could teach, and then when it's necessary to yell. So then when it becomes a very an uncommon thing, as soon as she yells, boom, all the kids like, okay, things just got serious. If a guy's like saying, whatever he wants all the time, it's always nonchalant, then it really is going to take away when there is a serious situation happening and he's talking the same way during that situation versus before, then it's not gonna, you're not gonna feel anything. You're just gonna be like, oh shoot, that's it, boom.
Now, Derp, I think said this earlier. Vince Weaver in the comments section said, "I think the F-bomb is not a problem. Just look at Deadpool and Wolverine, right? Is that the one you're talking about, Derpy?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so with the way Ryan Reynolds portrayed Deadpool, even though he is not like that in the comic books, you kind of expect the same trope to come through it. Like, again, I think I mentioned this earlier, where like Green Lantern across the board has always been this like arrogant character, but is always the person. He's the very much like Tony Stark mentality. Like, he's super arrogant, but he's willing to sacrifice himself. Like at the ending of the Avengers movie with the atomic bomb into the space shit. Like, that was a Green Lantern Iron Man move. Like, Hal Jordan would sacrifice himself in a heartbeat and just be like the Han Solo, like, I love you, yeah, I know, and doesn't say it back kind of guy. Like, that's the way Hal Jordan to me has always been portrayed. But like, to see him the way that they're doing it right now with the I'm fucking Hal Jordan, and I'm like, bro, chop it down a little bit, like, fucking lube it up before you shove it in first, bro. Like, chill out, man. You don't gotta be so
Like,
hardcore. If they're saying, it almost
The
makes
problem
me
is also
worry.
that he's
right?
old. The problem
Well,
is
yeah,
he's
it almost
old.
makes me worry that if they're willing to drop, I think there was like 3 fucks in the trailer, wasn't there? 2.
3.
There's
And it
3
wasn't a
fucks
Red
in the
Band trailer. Like, how
It
is it
kind
not
of
a
makes
Red
you
Band
wonder
trailer?
how many more different crazy shit they're gonna say, like, in the entire show. If they're willing to drop the 3, and the reason why I say that is, isn't there is it gonna be rated R?
Oh yeah,
I don't
it's already
know.
rated R just by the trailer.
Just by the
If you-
3 F words, it's rated R.
After 2 F-bombs in any movie, it's automatically rated R. After
And
2, it's
so let
done.
me ask this to both of you, since you both are comic book readers and knowers. Is the Green Lantern comic books, if they were going to do a live action, do you think it should be rated R? Or could
No,
it
it's
be
it's gotten more
PG-13?
mature. Like the last
Yeah.
animated movie, it shows like this chick just like freaking smoking crack and getting high. You know,
Oh
there's
shit!
there. You all right?
No, I just said, oh shit, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but
Smoking crack is
it's
crazy, dude.
but it's also like it's alien crack. But the thing is,
Alien crack.
it's also not explicit. They don't call it crack. They don't like it's subtle in a way, in the best way someone smoking crack can be. And then you see like the interrogation
What-
and everything
what do you
with
mean by
the other
that?
Green Lantern.
Yo, what do you mean?
You know, a little higher.
Yeah,
Get that
space
spoon going.
crack.
Yeah, a space crack, dude. So you're like, okay, she's doing something that she shouldn't be doing, and that's like pretty much it. And then our adult brains can interpret that as crack. It's kind of like Return of the Jedi. When you like, this is about show and not tell. When everything's
Which brings me
telling
to
you
my next
and they're
point.
telling you
Ugh,
how you're supposed to feel
Don't
is a
do
problem.
crack.
don't do crack.
Yeah. But like Return of the Jedi, right? You go in Jabba's hut, Luke goes in, or Bosch goes in, whatever, and you see bounty hunters, you see strippers, you see dancers, you see hookahs, you see people getting high, gambling. In your mind and an innocent mind, you know that that's not a. You could tell that that's
Good
not a place
place,
you want to
yeah.
be. That's
Yeah.
that's an evil place. That's a bad place, right?
Yeah.
And they never explicitly say this is a stripper. That means a woman that takes off her clothes. This
That
is
is a
that.
good
This is
question,
that.
Vince.
It's just that's it. And so the problem is, especially in the media that we've had, like the last 10 years, it's always tell not show. And so
Yeah.
then there's like no creativity. There's nothing left for the imagination to be like, oh shoot, this is what it meant. Nothing to really treat the audience as intelligent. I always hated when a movie like treats the audience as they're idiots.
Freddy.
Yeah, straight up. It's one of those things like they always dumb down the audience. It's been a recent thing that they gotta
Yeah.
kind of like try to explain everything to us. And like the idea is like, oh, what's up, Freddie? What's up, brother? Good to see you, my man. Good to see you.
No, and it's also like with this Green Lantern trailer specifically, I don't think they understood if you're gonna go with this tone, then Hal Jordan should have been like 30 years old. Because okay,
Eh.
it depends on which iteration they're gonna make the comics, right? Or they're kind of taken away from, right? Is Hal Jordan a veteran or is he just a regular dude? Is he a detective? Is he a police officer? Is he just a a worker? Like how are they gonna portray that? And then is Jon Stewart a veteran? Well, if they're both veterans, there's a big issue. Hal Jordan has always been like the womanizer, right? So you're going to yeah, he's gonna sleep with chicks and then not call them, whatever. But he's probably been a Green Lantern for at least 20 plus years because he's
Yeah.
an old guy. And you're telling me now at one point he never felt remorse. He changed a little bit of his ways. He's not perfect, but he's progressed as a human being. Like he's acting like he might be a veteran when it comes to being an officer, but he's acting like a total douche. Like in the trailer, the girl that says "Stay the f out of my way," she acts kind of like a girl boss, but then because of how Jordan's
Attitude.
dialogue, he's like, it's the way she hates me. It sounds like he boned her and then didn't call her or something. So
Yeah.
then it's like, okay,
Probably
well,
can agree with that. I
yeah.
can probably agree with that.
yeah, and then Jon Stewart, he's like, if he's a veteran, like the problem is, I don't think it's the actor. I think it's how he's portraying Jon Stewart and the script, where
Yeah.
if he's supposed to be a veteran, he understands the chain of command. He understands when he should kind of go against an idea or something, but he's just crapping like on Hal Jordan the entire time. He's saying 2 months of training is enough for him to have this all-powerful ring, and he just keeps telling him that he's better than Hal Jordan at whatever it is. And he just comes off like as a 21, 23-year-old that doesn't have any like critical thinking. He doesn't
rash.
he's
He's,
like
like,
mad
rash,
at the
right?
world. Yeah, and it's an all-powerful ring. One of the biggest things about all Green Lantern comics is as soon as the ring came to a Green Lantern, the newest Green Lantern, they always felt that they didn't deserve it. that
Yeah.
that like they shouldn't have all this power, and that somebody else is better than them. They're not responsible.
It's like a
all that
humbleness,
stuff,
right?
Yeah, and then in the beginning of the trailer, it lays out like Hal Jordan's like, the ring will decide when you're ready, and that's why he's not wearing it. And then he's just like, but F it, and then tries to kill Jon Stewart, and then luckily the ring works with Jon
Yeah,
Stewart.
I was
And
kind
they're
of confused
sharing a
at that.
ring.
I was kind of
Yeah.
confused at that. Like,
No, everybody
how
contradicted itself.
how is
Yeah.
he like just by concept? Derpy, like you're a big DC guy. Doesn't this kind of like muddy the waters with like how the lanterns are chosen to be like these like virtuous like characters? Like we have a person like Hal Jordan, who's this like arrogant, like I know everything person with attitude, and he's like, yo, I'm gonna unless Jon Stewart already has the ring, and he's trying to train him how to use it, but he's technically saying the ring hasn't chosen you, even though how does he
That
know
I'll give
he's
you that.
supposed-
I'll give you that.
Yeah, like it's kind of like it baffles my mind is like, how is Hal Jordan training someone to be a Green Lantern if the ring hasn't chosen him yet? Because then it could be like, why isn't he just training like everybody else? Why is he even like, did he take an application? Like, how did he find Jon Stewart unless a ring chose him? Because even with that, like Hal Jordan didn't have any training. He just got the ring from the dude that died and like just went out there and then went to the Green Lanterns because the ring took him, and then he trained on the planet, and that's it. Like it's kind of weird, no? Like, don't you think that's a weird
is
entrance?
weird.
I'm just like,
It is weird, but they're probably gonna give context, if you know what I mean, like back.
And do you think the other reason why Hal Jordan is portrayed as an older character is because we're going to build to the Parallax story?
Yes. Yes.
I think that would be a good idea. I don't believe Tom King and
Well, you haven't
and
seen the
Daniel or
links
whatever
for
have
what's
good
happening.
ideas. Like, I think they're gonna kill off Hal Jordan at the end of the series, and it's gonna be that whole like
John's
Jon
going to be the
Stewart
main
feels
Green Lantern,
remorseful,
right,
and then
for the
he's gonna be
universe?
the main Green Lantern. But here's the
Yeah.
thing: this takes place before Guy Gardner. Just at the end of the trailer, he says it
The
like
guy's
he's
supposed
the
to be in
only
it.
human Green Lantern. Well, like Hal Jordan says, he's the only human Green Lantern. So we don't have Kyle
Yeah.
Rayner, we don't have Guy Gardner, we just have Hal Jordan, right? So they've already changed the lore and how the ring works multiple times in this trailer. Because the ring, so in the first comic iterations of Green Lantern, they did hang up the suit. They did. Like, it was a regular suit. It was stupid. And then they realized that, like, that doesn't make sense. It's not like a Superman thing where they could put it over. So let's put it in the ring. As soon as you have the ring, it forms a suit. So then they changed that, obviously, for the better. The way they changed it here, this is what I'm thinking is what they're trying to do is like maybe the ring is sensing that like Hal Jordan is at towards the end of his life, maybe he has cancer or something, and that he needs to, and luckily he's still alive, so he's already training the next officer for that sector, which is Jon Stewart. It's already
So
chosen
you
John.
think by chance the ring told him that there's someone?
Yeah, again, I'm not saying it's a good idea, but I think that's what they're going with.
Okay.
And then the other lore change is that the lantern rings aren't communicators no more. Like he makes and this is the part where writing, if they change it, then they just threw in that line as a joke, which is stupid, because they said like, oh, one of the guys is a squirrel. Like, I'm the only human. What do we like? How are we gonna communicate? And the lantern rings acts like as a communicator where all the lanterns
Yeah, they're
can
all
talk
connected.
with one another. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all connected.
So in our view, it's gonna come off as English because in our world, like, Americans write the comics, you know, but they could be speaking whatever language they want to speak, and they're able to communicate and understand one another. Because
Yeah,
of the
it
lantern
instantly
rings.
changes to the language you
Yeah,
write.
yeah.
Like it's got a translator to it. But Derpy, how do you feel about the costume thing? Did Ryan Reynolds kill the energy costumes for you?
I think it's just a completely different version, and they're making their own version.
I
That's
think
all
they
I
took
feel.
inspiration off Earth 11.
Earth
Yes.
11.
Yeah.
What Earth is that?
It's not super badly written comic, but it's very crappy suits. Like huge backlash when these comics came out over the suit.
DC Comics Earth
I just know it's
11.
inspired by Earth
The
1
female one?
by Jeff Johns.
Isn't that the all female? That's the
No,
all female one. No. What's wrong?
I just
No?
know the show is inspired
Or
mostly
Earth
by
X. Are you talking about Earth 10?
Earth 1.
Earth
Maybe
X?
it's Earth 10. No.
Yeah, maybe Earth 10. That's the Red Sun? No, that's the Nazi one.
Oh, it's not
Which-
Earth 11. My bad. It might be Earth 10.
Maybe not
I
that
get them
one.
mixed up, man.
Who the fuck knows?
Gosh, it's
Maybe
a
just a bunch of different Earths. But Earth 2 has kind of a suit like that. Like the one that they have. Earth 2 doesn't look that different. Earth 16.
no. It looks
Nah.
like a motorcycle suit. Like it's more like space astronaut type deal.
That might be the Red Sun universe. He kind of looks like he has like a aviation's pilot suit with like a Russian hat. Oh, you know
No.
what? Earth 1.
That's what I
Yeah, it
just
might
said.
be
Earth 1.
Yeah, I think Derpy got
Is that-
that. It's just Earth 1. It's very much like a Fantastic Four kind of suit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think the suit looks freaking garbage.
The new one?
I said the new one. Yeah, I said that it seems like the Green Lantern Corps is in a recession because they can't afford for the Green Lantern rings to make suits no more. So everybody's got to
Let's
make their
just
own
judge
suit.
it before the show comes out, right?
No, that's the point of a trailer is for us to judge it. The point of a
No.
trailer is for us to talk about it and see what's gonna come out because it like think about it. If there's
You've been a
1,000 Green
certified
Lantern-
hater of the DCU since you got hired. I don't want to hear it.
I love the DCU.
Well, I mean,
I just
look,
wish it was good.
Look, watch. I'll be honest. Like, I just saw the trailer just a little while ago with you guys, and well, on my own, not with you guys, but I wasn't highly impressed. And to tell you the truth, like, I'm really not a fan of the suit. Like, I don't think
Yeah,
it's great.
well,
like,
Well, like the thing
But-
is, like there's, like let's say they keep the same suit. Why is there brown? Like make it more green. You're the Green Lantern, and they call the show the Lanterns, and then they
Mhm.
say Hal Jordan, Green Lantern. I don't care if it's corny. I love that he introduced himself that way, right?
mhm.
And the Green Lantern Corps, like to me, just in essence, it doesn't make sense that you got to make your own suit, or like they give you a suit, and
you have
then
to
there's
make
no.
it? What do you-
I'm guessing it might be like they just hand you a suit, like in Oa, they're just gonna hand you a suit, which also is stupid. Like, why don't you just make it in the ring? And there's no glow around the characters when they fly, when they use the ring. Like, come on, like just like little details like that go a long way.
Okay.
Like, there's literally almost no green. Like, even HBO Max, they on their Twitter, they made a joke because they got so much backlash of not having green. Like, a lot of people are hating this. That they put they did a snapshot of like when they're eating and the basket is green and they're like, look, there's some green.
I mean,
Like,
Vince
they
just sent
posted
me
on
a
the Twitter.
picture. Vince just sent me a picture. I'm gonna put it up real quick. Well, you guys keep talking about it, but I'm gonna share this so that way you guys can see what's up. I mean, that doesn't look too bad.
That doesn't look too bad. That's not the suit.
That's 100% the suit.
No, that's somebody's iteration of polishing.
Look,
it to
no,
green.
look. There's the
If you-
suit. Watch. Let me see if I can
Watch,
put it up.
type in the brown suit.
Look, there it is. So look, you have this like
Yeah.
shoulder thing, and you have like the
Yeah,
center
it's
part,
brown.
right? But yeah,
Lighting.
but
Let me-
look,
let me
this one
show
is
you.
just there's the shoulder thing, there's the etching that comes in. It is brown. Look, you can see the brown
No,
right
this is
here
the
on the shoulder.
right there. I don't know if you could see that. That's how it's gonna look like in the show. That's the leak.
That's the
came
yellow,
out.
right?
No, that's his suit. That's the Green Lantern suit. Where only the top, like on the neck, it has green.
Send me that one. Send me that one to Instagram. I'll put it up right now.
Okay. Let's see.
But like, I kind of feel like this might be it. Of course, with like the color correction and all that stuff, it'll come out as green with a little bit of yellow hint in the corners. That makes a lot of sense when it comes to like the color correction. It kind of shows the weathering. It kind of shows this like old stuff, and he doesn't look bad if they go with this kind of stuff.
I think it looks bad.
But I'll tell you what though, like this looks very cosplay-ish.
Yeah, like I didn't like Guy Gardner's structure. It looks like a motorcycle suit. Now the style I was fine with because Guy Gardner's always had that like wacky kind of suits, the jackets, the cut off jacket that has like the collar. Like there's a lot of iterations.
I don't
and
believe that.
I think every time Guy Gardner has had a suit, it's always been very unique, very different than all the Green Lantern suits.
Okay.
The Guy Gardner suit in Superman movie, it just looked very much like a really polished motorcycle suit, like a motorcycle jacket. He had those armor shoulder pads. It just didn't. Now it makes more sense because of this show that they make or have their own suits or get a style their own suits. It doesn't come from the ring. But yeah, I think there's a massive issue. Like, and people are comparing the deleted scene of the John Stewart Green Lantern from Snyder to this John Stewart. And people were, before, even people that didn't like James Gunn, I was looking forward to the most. Because I'm like, okay, James Gunn's not good with Superman. He didn't do well with Peacemaker. Supergirl's probably going to be trash. Lobo's the only good thing that looks
Certified
from it.
hater.
And I was like, all right, but I believe James Gunn is really good at taking ragtag teams, taking like outlandish space concepts like he did with the Guardians of the Galaxy. And I thought he was going to do a really good job with Green Lantern. Then when I started hearing him say like, yeah, it's not going to be in space, it's going to be terrestrial bound, it's going to be grounded, it's going to make this outlandish concept of Green Lanterns and bring him close to Earth as possible. I'm like, dude, like this is your wheelhouse. And yeah, maybe he wants to do other projects because he hired 2 other guys who are clearly incompetent. They've made terrible stuff in the past, like recently. They've made some okay stuff, but the past 5 years, look at their work, all trash. Terrible, freaking awful work.
Yeah, but
And
this also is a good setup for James Gunn because this was, ideologically, this would have been the way he carried the Nova Corps into creating the Nova for the Marvel Universe. That's the Green Lantern. So this gives him an opportunity to create the policing service of the cosmos in the DC universe with the most iconic set where the Nova Corps and the DC Green Lanterns are pretty much like, apples for apples, oranges to oranges, the same people pretty much. So this is, it gives him an opportunity to really do something he didn't get to do with the Guardians. Like, again, I know that you're saying like the Supergirl template, it looks very much like the way the Guardians does. So we know even with this stupid Christmas special, it wasn't that bad. It was a good comedy to watch.
Take the Supergirl trailer, right? And just put Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart in that trailer. And then put Supergirl not in this trailer, just somewhere else.
Yeah, no, I understand that. Like, it would have worked pretty good to do like the Supergirl movie style instead, but with the Green Lanterns, right?
Yeah, well, like this trailer, it looks like True Detective.
Yes.
And here's the thing: I don't think the trailer, if you don't know anything about Green Lanterns, if I'm not going in this thinking Green Lanterns, I'm thinking this trailer is okay for like 2 douchebag cops thinking they're better than everybody.
Yeah, training day.
hating on each other, and everybody hates them because obviously Hal Jordan's famous from what this trailer shows. Then it becomes somewhat intriguing that they have to figure out some mystery, and you're like, maybe. And I think the trailer just makes us feel like maybe I'll go watch this. Having Green Lantern as part of it gives it slightly more intrigue, but it makes you also pissed off because it's like with all the comics we've had, this is our first time we're getting any live action Jon Stewart, and he
Yeah.
is a fan favorite. Like he
Yeah.
is probably today's day and age the most popular Green Lantern. He was great in the
Yeah.
animated Justice League. Like his comic book run was really, really good. You know, I would say Kyle Rayner is almost above Hal Jordan at this point, because they've butchered Hal Jordan like crazy throughout the comics. And
But that's because he's the most popular Green Lantern.
he was. Now he
Well, yeah,
like,
then they
barely
fucking. I
sells.
mean, but
Yeah.
that's why it's easier to tell who's the popular character. I'll tell you off the top of
Mhm.
my list that Kyle Render can eat ass, dude. I don't give a fuck who he is. Like, I know Hal Jordan. Like, that's the dude. And if it's not him,
Yeah.
the substitute guy is Jon Stewart. Like, that's it. And I like
Yeah,
Jon
no,
Stewart. Every
and
time I'd see him
I love
in the
Jon Stewart.
animated series, I was always like, yo, it's Jon Stewart. Like, get it. Like, I knew we were gonna get ass whoopings, and then Hal Jordan was just like the comedy relief. Guy Gardner was like the douchebag guy you just want to see get punched in the face by someone stronger.
Yeah.
And Kyle Renner is just like, I don't know, like
Who are
the
you?
guy that leaves to join like a Shaolin monk stuff and does yoga shit in the park. Like, he's real like foofy. Like, I didn't give a shit
No,
about Kyle Renner.
and again, I'm gonna preface this. I don't want. It's not that like I have a favorite suit and they have to do that suit. It's not
Yeah.
that. Like, for instance, I'm a really big fan of having the white gloves on all the Green Lanterns. I've always thought that was cool, but that's my preference.
White
I
gloves.
just don't want another cosplay motorcycle suit again. Like
I was,
Superman,
and that's what I was gonna
you
say.
know-
Is this looks like a cosplay outfit?
yeah, like
Like,
the super, like
Derpy, you're gonna see
Go
dudes
ahead.
like this dressed at Comic-Con like all the time now.
Good.
No, this isn't good. This isn't even good.
Good.
costume.
it's not
Do
good.
you like it though?
Yeah. I think it's
Uh,
fine because it don't matter. It really matters about the screenplay and the writing.
No, it completely matters, man. Like the suit is an essence of what that we're supposed to feel coming off the character. Like for instance, when you take Man of Steel and Superman, like James Gunn's Superman, you definitely feel more hopeful with James Gunn's Superman, and that's how you're supposed to feel because of the bright colors, and the cape. Like it's really supposed to amplify what we're supposed to feel from the personality of the characters. And we've seen every Green Lantern human has had a different like suit. From Jon Stewart, Hal Jordan, Kyle Rayner, Guy Gardner, all of them, all very different, but the essence of Green Lantern. So, as much as I don't like James Gunn's like Superman suit, because I think it looks like the Kingdom Come symbol, then the New 52 collar, I like that there's the symbol on the cape. I think like my favorite symbol is right there, right behind me. That's my favorite Superman symbol. I'm not even the biggest fan of the Man of Steel symbol, but I thought it looked more like an S than a backwards Kingdom Come Z, because I thought the Kingdom Come comic is amazing, but it only works in that black and red. When I saw it yellow and red, I was like, oh, that looks like really off. And then
And
the trunks, like it everything brings an aesthetic. So like the trunks being like actual like whitey tighty type deal instead of like just boxers actually brings an aesthetic to make the character bigger. So there's an aesthetic part where it's going to amplify the character, but it's going to also tell a story about the personality. Like suits matter.
like I was gonna say, like, doesn't
You
this
know?
kind of give you like this is like just shooting it out there in the sense of design qualities, right? Doesn't this give you more like of a Hawkman outfit?
More like a Green Arrow outfit.
Now you see, I don't see Green Arrow because like it looks very like it looks kind of spacey, right? But it looks like, do you remember StarCraft? No, not StarCraft. Stargate, like Stargate-ish.
Stargate, yeah.
It looks very much like. So I'm not like it looks very Egyptian almost, or like Persian. I don't know how to explain it, but it just
Like
doesn't seem
like a almost like a over the top gladiator spacesuit.
Yeah, like I don't know, Derpy. Do you see that, or like is it kind of like a little bit of the same idea, or what do you think? Like I don't see Space Cop.
I don't mean to be a jerk, but hey, there's people dying every day, but here we are complaining about a suit about a fictional character.
The
Yeah,
movies
like
aren't
let's
ki-
not
Derpy,
get into that. Like, who
Derpy, the
gives a
movies aren't
damn?
killing people.
Like
the
I'm just
people
saying,
aren't going to the
I'm just
movies
saying.
and
supposed to
fucking
help us
dying.
escape. All right,
Yeah,
this
no,
is
I'm just saying.
escape from reality. Give us a little bit of hope. That's the point of comics. They're supposed to give
Yeah.
us a little bit of hope. Maybe even inspire us to do something more. If something can't
Then what's
inspire
quit
us,
complaining about a freaking suit
well then
and watch the
what's the
show
point of
before you judge it.
what like
I'm
I'm
not judging
totally
the show.
no, I'm totally down for that. I'm not saying this show is automatically trash,
Well,
but from what we
half of the
got,
internet completely disagrees with
no,
you.
no, no.
They're already
Half the
judging it
internet
before the
is
show comes
half
out.
the internet is saying because of everything we got, because James Gunn doesn't shut up, because of what we've seen before, we're expecting it to be trash because they've given us trash before. Like that's the point of studying history, so you don't repeat the same thing. If you see the same guy, like if you look at any leader in the world and you see him doing crappy decision after crappy decision, you don't get to give him the benefit of the doubt. He doesn't deserve it. Like you're not supposed to just be like, oh, but next time, oh, but next time, oh, but next time. It's like, no, this guy,
I think
James Gunn, has
they're all,
hired
they're all immature who are
two
prejudging it.
dudes who threw away a perfect opportunity for Watchmen, two dudes who keep screwing up DC Comics already, and they are running this show. They've already crapped on it in interviews like a year ago, being like the green was stupid, so we took it out. And now in isolation, that interview was fine. Like they're just making jokes, but in light of what we got, it seems like that's how they actually think, and that's what we're worried about. And we talk about this stuff because we love it. It doesn't matter like that. There's big issues. But there's big issues every day. There's big issues like, dude, I'm going through some stuff. I'm gonna go through some stuff next year. I go through some stuff the previous year. But it doesn't mean I should not voice my opinion when it comes to this because this stuff, superheroes, they're going to inspire us to do something, to act. Like I want to be a better father when I watch a really good superhero movie. I want to be a better person. It was my biggest inspirations to start working out was the Dragon Ball Z animations and then going into Superman and Batman, how much they trained. So like they inspire you to do something more. And because of that, there's a ripple effect in society. Like if something inspires you to be more fit, being more fit is going to help you be more cognitive. It's going to be more ambitious. So then you're going to be able to build stuff. So some of these people that are affecting the world, they were inspired by something. Elon Musk said that he was inspired by Star Trek to go to Mars, and he's created Tesla, SpaceX, and because of that, he's given thousands of jobs across the world, and specifically the U.S. And a lot of people are able to live their lives because of that, because he was inspired by something as nerdy as freaking Star Trek. Now that's not his whole inspiration, but he's the one that claims that. So when something is good, it's important for us to take it seriously and to voice our opinion when we don't think it's going to be good. Like you don't it's a ridiculous brush off like, oh, people are dying in the world, stuff is going on. Yes, stuff's going to always go on.
What's up? So, hey, real quick, guys, look. So this is a fan art. Out of all of these three, which one
yeah.
would you guys prefer for a Green Lantern outfit? Just just asking.
Just out of the three, I'm not sure if I prefer any of these, but but out of these three, I think the first one is
Derpy?
pretty solid. Just because I'm used to him having that
First
V.
one or third one.
Yeah.
The first one also.
First
one
one,
or
third
third
one, I
one?
agree with.
I was
Derpy.
gonna say the third one too. The third one armor looks pretty cool. I like the second one, but it's very much like A-Train from The Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the first one and the third one look dope. Like the third one I can get, but I get like Ryan Reynolds vibes from the green armor. But the first one, I like the way that it makes the animated color to green, right?
Yeah.
That's really nice, dude.
I've always liked it when like the light actually portrays out of the chest, comes out of the Green Lantern symbol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I get where Derpy's coming about. Like the idea is not for us to like say the show sucks based on art and all this other stuff. That doesn't make any sense for us to be
Well,
that way.
it's not definitive. It's like I'm expecting it to not be good, but I want to be proven wrong. Like when I go into this show, and let's say the first episode is exactly what this trailer is. Like I hope the trailer just portrayed the first episode. I'm not the biggest fan, but I'll probably go into the second episode, and if it gets more fantastical and whatnot, I'm okay eating crow. I'm okay conceding like, hey man, I was wrong. But the trailer itself is still gonna suck. The trailer didn't change just because the show got better. Like I've heard people say like, oh, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 is now a great Spider-Man because of No Way Home, Andrew Garfield's portrayal. No, like all the problems still existed just because we saw him and steal the show in No Way Home because he gave a great performance doesn't make something that used to be crappy better. It's still crappy. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah. So again, the trailer portrays this idea that it's going to be like a very, from my opinion, like a gritty cop show, right? Like a very, very like hardcore because they're walking around crimes. I don't know how these guys get to go. Like they're not real police officers, so I don't know how far they're like.
Well, they're famous because
jurisdiction
They're
goes.
famous. They know
yeah,
what
they're
who they
like
are.
at least Hal Jordan's famous because they're like,
Right.
I know you're
So
a
they-
big shot
So
around here.
we're going with the assumption that in this world already, Hal Jordan is an established character.
Yes.
Well, we have to remember the Superman movie, the beginning, the little crawl said that for 300 years the world has known about metahumans.
Mhm.
So based off that lore, it's like people were probably aware of the Green Lantern Corps. You know,
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
like,
that's what we're saying.
other
like,
Green
so-
Lanterns were coming in before Hal Jordan. He's the first.
I mean, because
human,
most of the time in
and
like the newer
Lanterns are
iterations,
famous already. Yeah.
Hal Jordan was pretty much just. But then you got the fucking Guy Gardner guy, right?
Yeah, but Guy Gardner only comes after. He's not. He's after this show. Yeah.
So Hal Jordan would have already been established like several years already before Hal Jordan, Guy Gardner. Okay, so but does that still give? I guess right. That cops don't question superheroes in this universe.
Not really.
Well,
They just fucking let them walk out into the crime scene and shit.
in the Superman movie, they also established that they contradict themselves like crazy multiple times. But Guy Gardner actually points out like we're owned by a corporation. We can't just go willy nilly
Yeah.
do what we do. You know, there's as stupid as it is, there should be repercussions of crossing borders. In like that's the point of the whole Lois Lane and Superman interview to prep him like, hey, like so you believe yourself to be the god of this world, you're just going to get
Yeah, you're gonna
like,
punish the
intern-
politician by
put
throwing
your-
him in cactus.
yeah
and
put
shit?
yourself into other countries' affairs. Like it doesn't matter what you think is bad or good, like that's that country, that's their issues that they have to deal with, and you're representing America. And like, no, I never said I was American, but he speaks English, so you could say like you speak
Red, white, and
English
blue
with an
or
American
whatever.
accent, so you're probably representing America, you know? Like that's a pretty fair assumption. And so like I think they start getting regulated a little bit before the Superman movie, where like that's probably why Lex Luthor's very obsessed with Superman. Isn't just the fact
Sure.
that he sees him as a god, but he sees as this guy who has absolute freedom. Nobody could tell him what to do.
Yeah, because I was about to say, like, I think it's kind of weird, like, for the Green Lantern characters to just be like walking onto crime scenes, like, and it looks like it's like crime scenes with murder. There's like blood. There's like an
Yeah,
explosion in like a football field, and these guys are just like they walk onto the field and they're like, "Yo, let's go check it out" or whatever. But you know, we're not there yet to really look
Oh.
at it, and it looks like it's more in the sense of them dealing with like a crime organization. There is like a trailer with some like criminals. I mean, I understand. I remember Derpy was the one that brought this up several months ago, that the center, which is this like crazy, like alien giant island that can create like organisms of like violence and creatures, is eventually probably going to be the main villain of the story. But like, it looks like there's just normal dudes, but they do like the center does mess with people's minds, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so like maybe you know
Mind
they're using
control or
it to kind of like mind control these people into like fighting the cosmic police that the center knows.
Well,
is
there's
there.
a theory that the whole town is getting mind controlled at one point.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I
There's
mean
that,
the
yeah.
center is still kind of like a
Like-
thing. I think I saw this weird part in the trailer where they're using like a little pistol and they're putting it to Jon Stewart's head, and it has like a yellowish color to it. I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's also why I'm wary if Jon Stewart isn't the one that's policing that sector by the time we get to the Superman movie, Guy Gardner is, right?
Mhm.
He might be the one, instead of Hal Jordan becoming Paradox, and Hal Jordan dies at the end of either this season or the series, because they're injecting him with it, and so then if he takes over the ring, Like
What
there
is it
could be an
that he's,
interesting sacrifice type thing with Hal Jordan.
Yeah, I
in
was
the
gonna say,
show.
what is it that you
Yeah.
guys think that they're putting into his head or whatever?
I don't know.
I think they're kind of taking an idea from Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern, where like you get
It
infected.
was like you think it's like
with
the parallax thing, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That could be.
And maybe it
that
was
could be it.
synthesized at this point.
Yeah. Look, I have the screenshot real quick. Boom shakalaka.
That looks a little orange to me.
Yeah. Like, I mean, but the idea is like,
Well, it's like
Just
a
looking at
glowing
this-
little meteor thing.
yeah, it's
right?
like a space
Yeah.
gun
Yeah,
with some kind of weird power that's yellow. Or I was thinking in my mind that this could be something that's more in the sense of like the fear toxin or something, like the one that's for the Yellow Lanterns.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's
And
what I was
maybe-
thinking too.
Yeah, like maybe they're kind of like dealing with like the parallax situation, where parallax is like the yellow demon, right? The yellow entity for the Yellow Lanterns.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe he's going around trying to force people into being Yellow Lanterns. But I don't know. I know they did it in the film with like the one you said, the Green Lantern film, that they're going around putting like this chemical in people and that dude's kind of shooting himself up with it. And then eventually the villain at the end becomes Parallax, right? So
Yeah.
maybe they're kind of using that situation to build up the Yellow Lanterns, which would be cool. I mean, I think you guys said it earlier where what's his name? James Gunn doesn't really want to have like a million lanterns or whatever, but
You'd be
know,
The funny
surprised.
thing is, he says that, and then the trailer says that
there's a fucking
that there is
squirrel.
1,000 Green Lanterns. So it's like,
Well, he fucking mentions the squirrel, and it's like
No, he said-
again,
he
this
said they're
is
all
my
aliens.
biggest fear for this series over everything. This is my biggest fear. Is this show does really well because the two actors do very good with like these types of films, where
Yeah.
it's the buddy cop, the crime investigation
see that.
shows very good, and they play the realism, and then all of a sudden you got Kilowog, or you got like fucking some big giant monster, like apparently like what's his fucking name, the Red Lantern guy,
Yep.
like
supposed
he's
to show-
Atrocitus.
Yep.
That
he's supposed to
Atrocitus
show-
is supposed to be in this show. Bro, if you drop an Atrocitus in this show, it loses all realism factor like across the board, dude. If you mention a green
That's true.
fucking squirrel, Green Lantern, and he comes in the show, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my god, I want that plushie." But like all of those
like
same people
you're
are gonna
worried
be
it's
the
gonna
reason-
be successful for the wrong reasons.
No, I don't think it's gonna be successful. I
No,
think
no.
it hurts it if it
Yeah.
takes itself too serious.
I agree.
Yeah, if
I
it
can
turns
see
into
that.
like I said, if it turns into Denzel Washington Training Days, and you get the scene in the shotgun with the three Mexican dudes, that's like, yo, you're a fucking cop, and then he's like, I saved your niece from getting raped or whatever, and then they do it, and they're like, nah,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
you're cool, bro. If they do something like that in this, and then a fucking Green Lantern squirrel comes out, loses all fucking cool points, dude. Loses all cool points for like the F word, and you just lose the hard factor when you start to do the over the top silliness that these superheroes shows have, right?
Right.
That's my
Yeah.
I agree
issue
with
with
that.
like the Spider-Man Noir film. Like Spider-Man Noir, I bet you it's gonna be really cool when Nicolas Cage comes out and it's black and white and it's like a noir.
Well, like the
film.
Spider Noir. Okay, like an advocate.
And
for
then the
Spider
first time
Noir
he
film,
swings, you're gonna realize how stupid this fucking film looks. Like a dude
don't
in a
think so.
fucking what is it, a fedora? Like you're gonna be like, wow, this looks fucking stupid in real
No,
life,
because we already saw in the trailer him swinging,
and it looks
everything,
dumb
like,
as shit, dude.
I didn't think so.
Dude, it looks so bad. Like CG
Well,
wise, it's something.
Okay, CG wise, I didn't think it was the greatest.
Yeah,
but
that's all
that
you need,
trailer,
man.
like, here actually that's a good point. The Spider Noir trailer versus this trailer, it did everything the title you're supposed to imagine. Nicolas Cage being Nicolas Cage, Spider
Yeah,
Noir
and-
being that detective dude that we all know. Even if the story's completely different, the trailer got you enticed because it portrayed exactly what we've seen either in the comics or in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
You and I, meanings wise, definition for entice are two different things. Like, I think it's gonna be a stupid fucking film still, dude.
Yes, no, I'm not saying like it's gonna
Agreed.
entice everybody. I think it's those who like Spider Noir and are a fan of Nicolas Cage, it did that. It got you interested in that. Like, I don't think there's a whole lot of people talking about Spider Noir as like they think it's gonna be the worst show ever.
No, because they're
think
just
that-
not talking about it.
Then
Like,
nobody's
no one's
talking
They're not
about
talking
it.
about
Nobody's
it.
talking
They're
about
not
it.
talking about it no more, dude. But I think one of the problems was that they copyrighted everybody. Like,
Well, yeah,
Amazon
because
Prime,
they don't
want people-
copyright
'cause-
everybody.
'cause-
You can't even have
Because
like
what
a
do you
clip.
think the response is going to be? The response is going to be like,
Because
"Wow,
it's
this looks
stupid
stupid as
Amazon.
fuck." Like,
No, like
This
there
is
was
probably
actually
the
a
same
huge
thing about
positive
this show.
response. No, there was a massive positive response. Like, no, there's no hate on Twitter. There was like a little worry because from the producers across the Spider-Verse, they were wondering like, oh man, now this is gonna be in the MCU. And then like it propped up even more when Nicolas Cage said that like, I'm Nicolas Cage, I don't need to be in the MCU. And then people are like, hell yeah, that's Nicolas Cage, man. And I think people who are not fans of Nicolas Cage, they're gonna be like, yeah, I don't give a damn.
just
But-
fuck it. No, dude,
But
Nicholas
that
Cage.
was the point. You know, like for instance, this Jon Stewart, I'm not the biggest fan of this actor, but I was okay with it.
The
I was like,
bees,
dude,
not the
this guy
bees.
looks this guy looks like a tough dude. This guy looks like he's going to you know, portray like a military like dude. Like I was like, he's probably gonna be a younger Jon Stewart. But now with the trailer, I just don't think he's gonna give us the Jon Stewart we know from the comics, from the animated series. I think
That's
we're
not
gonna get
his
a
fault.
completely
That's more like
different
the
Jon Stewart.
writers and shit.
No, not his fault. Not his fault at
Yeah.
all. He's an actor. Not his fault. Like I just think the Lantern show has this trailer. It's gotten the wrong press. You know, no green. Okay, they took it out. But then Hal Jordan introduces himself as the Green Lantern. We see the lantern, which just looks like a really crappy old school lamp, and it's like fine. Like I'm okay with changing the designs of that, no problem. But we don't get
Wait,
anything.
wait,
This
what
is
was
your-
it?
This is your
was
first
it?
trailer. We don't get anything that's
Bro
reminiscent
didn't see
of
the
what
leaks.
of what fans. No, it's not about the leaks. I'm talking about enticing normies and fans. Like I'm on YouTube, right? I'm gonna study this stuff.
Did
but,
you at least see the leaks? or
but
no?
before I was on YouTube, yeah, I saw the leaks. But before I was on YouTube, I didn't care about looking for the leaks because they could change that. When something's leaked, they could always change it. And this trailer was a leak. It was supposed to release the day after it actually released.
Yeah.
That this trailer leaked, and then they're like, well, now that it leaked, let's just put it out there. F it. Right? But you don't have
Yep.
anything in the trailer that's supposed to really like, you know, you don't have to show the full suit, but maybe like a silhouette of the green. You know, like think about it this way. If at the end of the trailer, we got Jon Stewart coming out of some hallway or like guns were drawn at him on a hallway and we just get a green silhouette just glow up. We're like, that would change the trailer completely. Even if with all these problems that I think they're changing the lore, like that would have at least been like, okay, wait a minute. This we're getting a True Detective vibe, but we're also gonna get the fantastical part of Green Lantern. Like they fumbled, regardless of if you like the trailer a lot, they fumbled in terms of Green Lantern, in terms of us seeing these space cops
I don't
from the
know.
cosmos. Like they really screwed that up.
I don't think so.
So you feel like this is very reminiscent of any comic we've ever gotten that really is like Green Lantern, space
I
cops,
feel like it's what
like the
exactly
ring
what
with
we were getting.
all power imagination. You think this trailer portrays that? So I'm asking your opinion. I'm not gonna.
I
fight
feel
you,
like that what James Gunn promoted in 2023 is exactly what we are getting,
I agree.
and I
I'm
don't think
saying I
anybody
don't think
should
it's
be
a
worried
good
about
thing.
it.
I think you should be like, if you're a James Gunn fan, I believe that this series more so than the Supergirl movie is gonna be the nail in the coffin if he gets to keep his job or not. Because
I don't think
that's
so.
the problem right now.
Oh, because of
You got-
the
you got
Paramount
two of-
out or whatever.
Well,
I
yeah,
don't think
because
so.
also like he hasn't made any money. He hasn't made any money when it comes to the DCU. Like he's
Yes,
lost
he did.
money on all projects.
Look, this is what I
No,
was
he
talking
hasn't.
about.
He
This
made
CG.
600 million. I don't know what you're talking about.
Look, this
Yeah, and how much did
part
he
of the
spend? though?
trailer for Spider
much did
Noir
he
is what I was
spend?
talking about. That looks completely silly, dude. This swinging scene, like that looks
That looks
bad,
pretty bad.
dude. Like this looks
That does
not good CG.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's just, but that's me nitpicking.
It's
That's
Prime,
the
though.
Scoot shit that we're talking about. There's things that are going on that I'm just kind of like. So like with the Green Lantern show again, the only thing that I like is it looks kind of dark and it looks kind of like they're pushing for like a crime story, and it feels very much like The Boys, like how serious they take certain stuff.
Mhm.
But again, if you introduce an atrocitus, a fucking squirrel, a fucking cat that's red, you introduce all this weird shit, it loses 100% of that format of it being a serious taken show. Like it's just
Mhm.
it doesn't apply. It's weird. It's kind of like the understanding of like the Robert Patterson Batman in the Man of Steel or the new Superman film, James Gunn's. Like those two worlds do not feel like they coexist in the same
Yeah.
universe because of the way the films are filmed. You know, James Gunn is more bubbly. It's more meant to be for a younger audience, even though we are saying it's for adults. It portrays visually for children, but it's, again, you guys, you know, told me yourselves that you feel it's for adults, even though it's filmed for children.
Yeah, it's filmed for children, but I think again, James Gunn doesn't understand purity and innocence because it's like it's filmed in the way that's supposed to target children. But then
Yeah.
you got you got Superman
Doing bad stuff.
cussing.
We'll just
You
put
you
we'll
got
go
Just so
into
you're a
detail.
Snyder fan, dude.
No, I
I'm
mean
not a
it's
Snyder fan.
it's
That guy
in that
sucks.
sense, Derpy. It's true. Like the idea is like it's filmed for kids, and we expect Superman to be filmed for children because that's what
Yeah.
the character's supposed to be. But it's
It doesn't mean it
James
can't be
Gunn.
complex. It doesn't mean it can't be complex.
Yeah,
It
James
just
Gunn isn't
means,
that
like,
type of director to stick to that, and that's
yeah,
just
he's
what it
the
is, and we understand
edgy
that. It's
dude.
fine. Yeah, it is what it is. But
Yeah, like that's why I think it's important for James Gunn to hire people who
that
understand
no kids or
that
no story.
character or that comic. Like he
Yeah,
would
yeah.
be like now we see from hindsight that he was the last person to direct a Superman movie. Because remember, if the Superman movie wasn't a box office bomb, it wasn't. It was just a huge disappointment. Because even the head of some of the head of the studios, they were, what was it, like in front of Congress or whatever, talking about the movies and why they took Superman off and
Came
put
out
it
and said
straight
they
to
took it off
streaming.
the
They
streaming
said
already.
like it was underperforming. So anything that was underperforming, because you usually have
Gang, gang.
45 days, and they took it
I don't know.
out of theaters 45 before the 45 days hit, right? And so then it went to streaming, and then it died out
Mm-hmm.
because it had an okay opening weekend, and then it would just start plummeting in numbers.
Yeah, movies are suffering overall, though. Like overall,
Not-
entertainment is
not
suffering.
We
necessarily.
understand you're
like-
Republican.
That movie, The Bride, just got
What?
shit on hardcore, like literally a day ago. Scream apparently got shit on a couple of days ago. Like,
Well, we all knew that was gonna be crap.
hey man, it's Scream though. Chill. It's got fucking 30 years, man. No, I'm just kidding. Like, but you're expecting for that film to go a little weird. The Bride got shit on, of course.
Probably got shitted on.
But then again, it was in the same format. Again, this is the same format I think, Relic, you were talking about, but I don't think you see it this way, but it's good to understand it, is the way the movie The Bride is filmed is the same way they kind of did the Harley Quinn series, right?
Mm.
So when they
Mhm.
introduced Batman, the animated series, and they started Harley Quinn, she got this really cool fan base because we've never seen the Joker character to have a relationship with anyone in general. So
Mhm.
like the idea was like,
Cool,
okay,
Batman.
cool. Like how do we make the Joker seem a little bit more relatable? Boom, they gave him a girlfriend. And then it's like you said, like they gave it to her where he's like, oh, this highly crazy dude was able to hook a therapist, like break the mind of someone that was like a super intelligent person or whatever the fuck, because he's so intriguing and I don't care. Like, but the idea was later on during this whole like political movement for certain characters and the monikers and all this stuff that they were doing, they wanted to push Harley Quinn to be better than the Joker. And I don't know if you
Yeah.
realize that they shit on
dude, it's obvious.
even though we shit on Jared Leto, like he did his best for whatever crap they laid for him because he didn't know any better because he probably doesn't read comic books. So the
Yeah,
tattoos.
but
on
we
the face,
we
like,
also did see, like, I don't think he's a good actor by any means. we did see the whole like in Zack Snyder's Justice League, the difference of that Joker versus the Suicide Squad Joker. And I was
Oh
like,
yeah,
well,
yeah, yeah.
we prefer this end of the world type Joker much better than
I don't
the
prefer any of them. They all
Suicide Squad
sucked.
Joker. No,
They
they
all
all
suck.
suck. But
Yeah,
I'm
they all
talking
suck. I don't
about
know.
in comparison. I think they all suck. But
Yeah.
in comparison, if you're gonna have to pick one or the other, it's definitely that one versus.
Yeah, but I can
Versus that
guarantee you that in the ending of the in the Dark Side Alpha Omega universe, with Batman being like, there's only like 5 people left on the Earth that are representing the good people. I fucking doubt that fucking Batman is keeping the Jared Leto Joker around just because he's like, oh, I don't get the fuck, I don't kill people bullshit. Like that moniker is a million times over by that time. He would have murdered that Joker in a heartbeat,
dude.
If not,
yeah, it's
someone
done. He would have killed him. Yeah, yeah.
Mara
like,
on her own fruition, being that weird chick, would have shit on his bed easy.
No,
you know
he's
what I mean?
trying to kill Superman, and he's not gonna kill Joker. Dude, Zack Snyder's Justice League makes zero freaking sense.
Yeah, he's
like,
retarded.
I'm not advocating for it. I'm just saying, like, if you're taking
when they made the Harley Quinn Emancipation, when they made the Emancipation of Harley Quinn film, it was 100% in regards that whoever wrote it, I don't know who they were, but they're dumb as shit, wrote the story in regards to being like, yo, I'm gonna make Harley Quinn so badass that she's gonna be better than the Joker, girl power. And then they did the Birds of Prey, which again was a really fucking stupid, shitty movie. Unless that was the same movie, Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey and the Emancipation, whatever the fuck it is. It's a stupid title. It's a stupid movie. Then they did the Joker movie, right? And then they did part 2, and they were like, "Yo, let's make it to where Lady Gaga,
make it gay,
of all fucking people, was the mastermind as to creating the Joker and then killing him at the end, and being that she made everything. It's get the fuck out of here, dude. Like,
I think that's a perfect example of where James Gunn is at. Every director, like Todd Phillips, is a great director, and he did the Joker, and then he also did the Joker 2, which is the biggest piece of dog crap we've ever seen. And
the Joker part wasn't that great either.
It wasn't. Like, I think in terms of writing wise, not in terms of comic book adaptation of the Joker character, I think in isolation as a movie, it's a very well written movie.
They should have just called it Arthur then.
Yeah, they could have.
Yeah, why they fucking call it Joker? The reason why they called it Joker is because they knew that people would gravitate it more, and then they just
well, like the point was,
they
like,
really shit the bed with that one.
They could have just called it Taxi Driver 2.0.
I think the point was to. So from what I've read, and this is all speculation, but from what I've read, it was the point of making this movie was to introduce from the comics the 3 different Jokers. That we find out that there's 3, but Batman always believed there was only one, and how there's like always different. We don't know their backstory. And so
hold on.
How something could lead to a regular guy being the Joker, not the Joker we know, just a guy who's unhinged. Starts doing
so check this out.
Yeah,
I read comic books, and I think that comic book era was stupid as fuck. Like, the dumbest idea was to create 3 Jokers. Now, the reason why I say that is both of you guys read comic books, right? And understand comic book stories.
Yes.
Who are those 3 Jokers? Because this book's been out for like 8 years already. So who are those 3?
We don't know.
We don't know.
They already explained it. They're in the comic books. They already said who they are. But do you guys know who they are?
No.
Okay, so this was written 8 years ago. For them to do that 8 years ago, and this director to try to be like, oh, I'm going to pull from that one because that makes a lot of fucking sense. And it'd be underwhelming in the sense of storytelling, tells you that whoever wrote this story and whoever directed it are both idiots. Like, that is the worst.
Okay, but that's in terms of a comic book adaptation. I'm pointing out, like, it is a well-written movie. It's a well-written movie regardless. Like, that's why
okay, I wouldn't just ask, and we don't have to go like super crazy into detail about this because Derpy, I don't even know if you like. Do you like the Joker movies, Derpy, or the one? Do you like the one?
The first one was okay.
Okay,
I didn't see the second one because I heard it was crap.
The second one sucks hard.
What about the first movie did you feel was really good?
what I feel was
Performance.
really good. The setup, like I think the setup of like this guy is suffering through an illness and he gets very attached, very obsessive, and you never really know if what we're seeing is his imagination because it's all from his perspective. And then we get to see like a part of it was mainly the acting. We get to see later on, like, you know, this girl's being nice to him and all that, and then we see kind of her perspective, and she's actually in fear. You know, we don't really know what he's going to do, how he's going to act, and he just keeps getting, you know, part of it was like his interaction with regular people in society and how society like disregarded that because they didn't have knowledge, and so it led up to that. Now, and it makes it so that the reason why it made you uncomfortable is because even though everything he did, you damn it to hell, like that's terrible, but unfortunately you understand why he did it, and it kind of like really makes you think. And that was a big part of the movie. I think it's just because it made you think that like any of us can take this movie and understand that this could happen to any of us. Where
Okay,
like
okay.
and I remember back like the Punisher in the Daredevil show where he said, "You know what, Red? You know what the problem is? You don't understand that you're just one bad day away from being me." And that's true across the board. So I think, and we could get into detail like that would take hours about
Yeah,
start
you
to
know,
finish
I want to
what, like
talk
the
about it because I didn't have
setup
you
and
on the. I didn't
everything.
even know you at that
Yeah.
time, but I want to talk about it a little bit. But I know it's coming up to our time, 10 o'clock. Derpy, I think that means it's going to be like
It's 11 for him. Too.
11 for you guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm chilling.
For you too, or no? Relic.
Yeah, but I'm chilling, man. I'm good.
Okay, Derp. I know you have to head out. Derp, I'll let you go. Thank you very much for being on the show. We appreciate you guys.
Two things.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
it was
yeah,
good to talk
I'm
to
gonna
you,
let
man.
Derp dip out, man.
Two things.
Yo, shoot. Whatever you want to say.
Tomorrow
I
night.
know you're gonna fight back for the fucking James Gunn shit, but it's okay.
No. It's not.
I'll let
I'm
you
done
have
with
it.
that. No. Two things. Tomorrow night, I'm gonna be introducing a new show. It's like the.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You have a podcast coming out for
Yeah, for
football?
movie reviews. For movie reviews, basically.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, sexy time, baby.
Yeah. Mainly
Hell yeah.
movie reviews. It's called
Good
Lights,
shit.
Camera, Derpy.
It's called Light Skin with Derpy.
Lights, Camera, Derpy.
Oh,
Dang, you wish though. You wish.
Man, first guess is the new John
Light
Stewart.
Skin Brothers with Derpy. Light Skin Brothers. That's awesome. No, Lights, Camera, and Derpy. I like that, dude. Well, I hope it works out really well. Maybe
And then
one day
Tuesday
I can make it. I'm
night-
not getting beat up at work. That'd be nice.
And then Tuesday night, I'm gonna be doing a small quick stream before I go see the premiere of the One Piece, like season 2.
Dope,
theater,
dope.
So
Fucking
stay tuned
Derpy's
for that.
heading out to Tokyo to go watch. Got invited by Netflix to go see One Piece on the red carpet. He's gonna be dressing
Yep,
as
totally,
fucking.
totally.
You're gonna be dressing as the girl. What's her name? Fucking the girl with the red hair, or whatever.
Nami.
Nami. Yeah.
But this is what I
Yeah.
brought on like before, but I couldn't.
Yeah,
wear
the
it,
hat,
so-
dude. Yeah, well, we'll talk about it next Sunday. If One Piece is coming out, we'll definitely give it a watch and can't wait. The first season was really great. So yeah. So Derpy, we'll let you go, man. Thank you so much for being a part of this, man. We appreciate you. Thank you for
Sounds
staying
good.
up. We know it's
It was
always
good talking to you, Derp.
always an early bird, man. So go get that worm,
One
baby.
more thing.
Oh, here we go. Fucking
Shout out to the Yinzers channel for letting us.
yeah, my boys. We
catch them
appreciate
tomorrow
everyone for
morning.
the
I'll be on
answers.
that
Thank
too.
you guys so much. We appreciate every one of you guys. And I know it's not very common to talk movies and comic books and video games, and we know you guys like your sports and shit, but we do appreciate you guys coming in, and we know that everybody kind of likes this stuff.
I'll be on
so-
that tomorrow morning, so check them
Yeah,
out.
yeah. Tell them hi for us, dude.
Sick, man.
And tell them thank
For
you
sure.
to the other guys for the commentaries.
For sure, dude. Take
Alrighty,
care,
brother.
guys.
Later, Derps.
Peace out, brother.
All right,
Vince
so
brought up a
it's just
good
gonna be relevant.
point
We got
where,
like another hour, yeah. Oh, we got like a
consideration that we've gotten recently has been, you know, comedian, the Phoenix Joker, Jared Leto as the criminal, and Heath Ledger as the clown.
yeah. You see, those are the three Jokers.
Dude,
but
your
they're all-
sound, I can't hear you now. What the freak?
Oh, you have to go out and come back. Yeah.
Okay, freaking A.
Yeah, close
I'll
and
go
then
out,
come back.
in. My bad.
Come back. Yeah, so the way StreamYard works, guys, is it's very weird that whenever I invite someone on, man, and I need to get a StreamYard for this. Whenever I invite a person and one of them leaves and it kind of like kicks him off. So like we've had this happen in the last 3 weeks where every time Derpy leaves or Brian leaves, it knocks out Relic's audio and he can't hear me. So he's just gonna jump out of the studio real quick and jump back in and reset. And hopefully it works. Hopefully. But yeah, we're about to talk about this because it's important to me. So yeah, we'll have him come back in right now. That's because I need to go to the pisser real quick too, man. I need to go to the bathroom, but we'll wait it out just a little bit. I'll wait for this one to come back, for Relic to come back. But yeah, there it is. Here we go. All right, Relic, you're coming back in.
Man, what the freak? Why does it do that?
I don't know. This is like, I was just saying that right now. It's like the third time it's happened within like the last 3 weeks. You give me a minute. Can you give me a minute to go to the bathroom real fast? So again, like drop again. We're gonna do a recap. Tell us again, everybody that's in the comment section, on why it is that you think, and there's nothing wrong with it because this is all opinion based anyways, on why you thought the Joker film was a good film. You liked it. I'm kind of on the other side. I thought it was okay, but there were some problems with it in my opinion. And I want to talk about that, but I need to go to the bathroom, man. I'm drinking like watered up, dude. I'm doing my gallon, so go for it. Hold it. I don't want to hold it. I can't. I'm gonna explode, dude. And then
Vince wants to hold it for you.
OnlyFans, bro. That's the OnlyFans page. All right, you explain. You explain.
Okay, so what I think when it comes to the Joker movie, like I said, I think it's not a good adaptation of any comic. I do understand the problems of like calling it a Joker movie, totally get it. But I think in isolation, it's a good psychological film. It's a good film to like let you understand that everybody's got a breaking point, especially when society just throws you aside, because I think everybody's kind of felt that way at one point where, you know, you're down and out and nobody, it's not that you're asking for help, but you definitely need it and you just feel like you're tossed to the side. Like you're alone in the world and you have a choice, take matters into your own hands. And now how you go about it is up to you. Like, have you been abused so much that like you're just going to go violent, you're just going to go crazy, and then that's what happens? Or are you going to kind of take that as an inspiration? Like, I'm never going to feel this way again. This is never going to happen to me ever again. You know, and I think the Joker movie, I think Todd Phillips, he was a great director. I don't know what happened in the second movie. That was insane. Like, he turned it into a musical. He made it super freaking gay and retarded. And then we just hear, like, I don't understand the appeal of Lady Gaga for anything. I really don't get it. I don't see why did they even call her Harley Quinn? Like, that movie sucked so bad that like I just completely took it out of my mind. I watched it once and never again. Like, I didn't even want to watch anything Todd Phillips, but I know that he's a good director. But that's the problem. Like, people lose their touch. People get, and again, it's because he got offered a crap ton of money, and there's probably studio involvement. Warner Brothers has done that over and over and over again, where they got like involved and then they just crapped it. So I can't hate on Todd Phillips completely because he took the money, and he's like, what movie do you want me to make? This super garbage Lady Gaga musical? Fine, we'll make it. I got money.
Yeah, that guy's super blacklisted from Hollywood for fucking over so many people for the Joker 2. Okay, so I did not think Joker 1 was a great movie. One, I don't think they should have ridden the coattails of the character, the Joker. I think it would have been better that for them to kind of make it or call it Arthur and sprinkle in the theory that this could be the Joker, because later on in the next movie and at the very end, they bring in a secondary guy who kills Joaquin Phoenix's Joker and then walks away, and everybody's like, oh, look, it's the real Joker. And it never really it never gives you a definitive answer. It just gives you the idea that there was a character in Gotham that killed 3 people in a subway with a pistol, and the cops busted him, even though the the greatest detective could not find whoever this person was, urban legend wise. 2 random cops just figured it out really easy.
Well, the first.
Wait, hold on. What you're about to do is, I hope you're about to do the same excuse the director gave every time someone gave him pushback on a thing he used in the film that didn't make sense. And
No,
the
no,
guy,
no.
the director
I'm
would
not.
simply say,
Yeah.
well, maybe it was all in his head. Again, when people would give the director pushback on the red carpet or anywhere, he would be like, I don't know, maybe it's not real. And then when he was complimented, he would be like, yeah, that's exactly what I was going for. Like, so in other words, to me, when I hear that, this person really doesn't have an answer for the shit he's getting called out for when it comes to filmmaking. It's like, you know, it was Luke Skywalker in the fucking whatever the fucking
Last Jedi?
the first of the last trilogy. I don't know what it's called. Like the
A New
Force
Hope?
returns to my penis.
Oh, The
or
Force
whatever.
Awakens. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever it is. You find out the randomest nephew that apparently has nightmares scared the greatest Jedi who was able to face the most darkest Sith and bring him back to the light. But just because his nephew was having nightmares, Luke
gonna
was
kill
like,
him.
yo, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of this kid with my lightsaber, with my laser
While
sword in
he's
the middle of the night,
sleeping.
while he's sleeping, right? And then the fucking kid, the fucking kid one-ups him and doesn't only one-up him, but fucks his whole entire like his job up. Yeah, lights his whole fucking studio apartment on fire with all the and then
No,
like
and
tells
kills
all the-
everybody. And kills all
except
the
except like 8 kids that were like, yo, you guys want to bounce? This guy's a fucking asshole. He tried to hit me with a lightsaber. And they're like, yeah, what an asshole. Like, and then like, you know, later on you see that while the fucking place is lit on fire, R2D2 and Luke Skywalker are standing like a block away staring at it all burned down. I'm like, bitch, weren't you in the middle of that fire? How'd you get over here?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? There's a bunch of shit that you're like why? Okay, Knights of Ren, right? That's where it goes to the Knights of Ren. Then we get the last movie and they're like, oh, the Knights of Ren, there they are. You wanted more Knights of Ren. And it's like, well, who are they? You didn't ask for that. You wanted more
just
Knights
some
of Ren. You didn't
retard
ask
with
me
a
for
gay little
history.
axe.
Yeah, no, but they were like, you wanted more of them on screen, but we don't have to give you history. Like, just get it for. So there's a bunch of dudes with random weapons.
No,
and masks.
and to your point, like 2 years later, they come out with a $40 book.
The fucking
explaining
$40.
Yeah.
There's this random kid that fucking Kylo Ren saved that was called like the Jedi Killer, and you were like, what? Who the fuck is that guy? And again, these are the problems with these movies. Is that
no, but I was
this is the problem. Hold on, this is the problem with the Joker movie is when he was approached with problems to his film, the only thing he would do is be like, I don't know. Was it real? I mean, it's open ended. Oh, like if he's trying to do some artsy bullshit that when it's abstract, that's why I hate abstract painting because the motherfucker, when you question it, someone can go, oh, is that
it's
what
your perspective?
Oh, it's your perspective. It's like, no, bitch, you're just throwing random colors on a wall. Tell me what the fuck this means and explain how it is. And the person, like, he goes, oh, this picture represents power. And it's like 3 squares and a yellow strip. And it's like fucking a person's nutsack dipped on the paper. And you're like, what does this mean? And they're like,
they don't want to explain that because then it goes down to objectivity. As soon as it goes down to objectivity, like all their arguments collapse because it's like, no, that's your perspective of power.
Quick question: does he escape the end of the movie?
Which one?
The Joker one, when he's walking out and his feet are all full of blood, and did he escape the movie or did he not? Did he escape the prison? Because the Joker usually gets away.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, we could say that because of comic books, but in this one, when he was approached with like, so wait, does he escape the prison or is that all made up? I don't know. It's like, bro, like, oh, at least. Because you can't from there, you can't tell me how far Zazie Beetz' character is being harassed. How far it was before the mother died. Like
the ending, I had the same issue. I have the same issue with the Dark Knight Rises garbage movie. I have the same issue with the open-ended ending. But in terms of that Joker movie, I think it was just the setup for the second movie. And that's just the ending, where it's like it's left to us to speculate, and then we actually get the answer in the second movie, which we were supposed to get, but whatever. And what my point of this movie, like the way I took it, and it was explained, I think Todd Phillips said it, like this this is possibly the inspiration to the actual Joker. Right? Like this guy isn't the actual Joker, but he's the
Yeah, so
inspiration
what you're
to the
telling me
Joker.
is the actual
Yeah.
Joker is just some dude that copycatted someone else. So it
Yeah,
destroys
also
the
stupid,
validity
but
of this person being based on being just the
being
most
his own
psychotic.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, being the most literally what makes the Joker such an amazing character is he's not a character with an origin story. He's a Sasquatch. He's a cryptozoology character that like has no origin. Because you would assume that if he had an origin, the greatest detective with facts would figure out who exactly the fuck he was. And
Yeah,
what made him
it's
such an
the
original
greatest
character
mystery
is
for
that
Batman.
it was so cool as the way Heath Ledger portrayed the Joker, because he'd be like, you know how I got these scars? And they always change.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
it
what
was,
made the
and
character
it was
so
great
much more
because
important.
in that movie, you're like, when he first tells the story, you're like, oh, I guess we got an origin, and then he tells the story again.
Changes it, yeah.
Changes it, and you're like, first of all, he said the best joke right before that when he called that actress that she's beautiful. That was
Yep.
hilarious because she's ugly as hell.
Yeah,
And then-
Jake Gyllenhaal's sister.
yeah. And then he's like, "You are beautiful." I'm like, "Okay, that's funny." And
But it's
then
because they were in a
he-
movie together or some shit like that.
Who gives a damn? She's ugly as hell.
Yeah, she ugly. No,
Like we going
but
from
then
like
again,
really
also with the
good-looking-
same concept, he does later on it's explained that he had military background, like that he knows how to do like military stuff. And it's crazy because that builds into the Jack Napier character, the mob boss character, because he was in the military too, which was the Red Hood one.
Again, I didn't want to see a continuation of the Joker. I thought it was a really good one-off film that they used. Again, it's the problem. Like, I don't want to see my superheroes grounded. Like, I was okay with Christopher Nolan's first two movies, right? And I thought in the third one we were actually gonna get the Lazarus Pit. We're gonna get a little more fantastic.
Oh, the Bane one? No,
all
the
that
Bane
stuff.
one was
Yeah.
bad, man.
It's freaking trash.
Yeah, I hated it so much.
I watched it with my wife, and she's like, "This doesn't make sense."
Yeah,
Like,
did it not?
Yeah.
Was it not a badass like callback for Batman to grab the bomb and fly it into the water, right? To it being the
Yeah.
Adam West one running around with the bomb on his head. It was the same ending to that one, if you consider it.
Yeah.
He grabs the fucking thing and he carries it with the Batwing,
Look,
literally
yeah.
like that's literally Adam West in the old 70s Batman show with the bomb when he's running around the pier and it's the big old like circle bomb. And he's like, "Oh, where do I throw it or whatever?" Like, yeah, that was like, I thought that was fucking funny. Other than that, Bane is like 5'8". He's like, what's his name? Tom
Hardy.
Hardy's. Yeah, he's Tom Hardy's 5'3" ass. Like, why would you even ask for that? Like, for a Bane character.
Well, like
Talia
they portrayed him super tall. Like Talia al Ghul was terrible.
Yeah.
Like my wife broke out laughing when she's like, when she's about to die, and then she just goes like, and she's like, "What the freak was that?" I'm like,
she just kind
"That's-
of giggles.
that's
She's like,
Hollywood, baby. It's Hollywood."
Yeah, it's
and,
fucking it's weird, bro. And then
No,
like
like,
even
yeah,
the
they
concept
fumbled
of
it.
like what's his fucking Alfred sitting down fucking eating a cabo and they're drinking a fucking cappuccino with a cabo and fucking
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne's right there, gives him a nod of the hat and he's like, "Yes, sir." And you're like, wait, is he alive or is he dead? I don't really know what the fuck's going on. Like, why would Batman of all people choose retirement?
Oh yeah,
Like-
no, dude. Okay, the premise of the beginning of the film doesn't make sense. Where it's like, okay, we haven't seen the Batman for 8 years. We also haven't seen Bruce Wayne for 8 years, and then it's like nobody's putting two and two together. And then
Yeah,
he just allows everything he worked for. He allows to deteriorate. He allows the breaking of his company. He doesn't even in the film. He doesn't even like when he gets his fingerprints stolen. He doesn't even call the stock market, being like anything under my name. Put a hold on it, lock it, do not allow it to be touched because somebody stole my identity and my fingerprints. But he just like lets it go and then goes broke and the company goes broke and now he's no. It's all nonsense, dude. And like after losing Rachel, again, he lost Rachel and he had even more a resolve to find the Joker, to make sure Gotham goes clean,
Yeah.
you know? And then he knows that he has to maintain Batman. So why isn't he still being Batman and still being Bruce Wayne? He might be broken inside and he's just like waiting for the day that he fails, but he's still gonna be active. And then you just strap some sort of weird technology on his freaking knee and he could break bricks. What the freak are we doing here?
Yeah, dude, it's a bunch of Mary Sue shit.
Yeah.
Bunch of Mary
Like,
Sue shit. Even that
I
fucking
love the-
goggles thing, the goggles sonar shit. And then Lucian Fox to be like, this technology is evil. And it's like, well, I'm gonna use it. Like, I'm not selling this with Wayne Tech. Like, I'm gonna use this for my, and he's like, no.
Well, that's
like,
the Dark Knight. That's the second movie.
who cares, bro? They're all stupid. Like, they're all dumb. But like yeah, like
I
these
really like the
movies,
first
like,
one.
I thought the first one was okay. I think the guy they chose for the Scarecrow really made that movie. Julian something, I forgot his name. And then the thing is what was cool about the three movies is like that Scarecrow character would come out in every one of them in some way.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh shit, like that's very expansive on the universe where like
Mhm.
even the villains from the first film still have something.
Yeah.
And in the second film, we get Heath Ledger, who sadly passes away after the film. In the third film, I was so mad that they didn't do like a Arkham City kind of idea where like the crime bosses all escape and they all own a part of the city. And and for some reason for them to be like, oh yeah, well, Bane released all the prisoners, so Scarecrow's out there. The Penguin and Mr. Freeze are out there, and he's like, well, even the clown is out. And then you get like it would have been cool if we got like a silhouette of like his fingers touching a chair and him be like like the stupid little laugh that he did. Like we didn't have to we didn't have to be like Chadwick
then they
Boseman,
couldn't have the
Wakanda
ending.
forever
They
thing where
couldn't-
it's like, oh well,
they couldn't
Heath
have the
Ledger
ending
dies,
they
we'll
wanted
never.
if they did that.
Yeah, they didn't have to be like, oh well, he passed away, we can't mention it anymore. That's the most iconic character in the Batman Rogue, and you can't show that there's a danger for them releasing the prison. Like, where's the Joker in that part?
Well, at the time, a lot of people that aren't comic book fans, these Hollywood bastards, were talking about like, oh, we can't recast the role, just like Chadwick Boseman in Black
no,
Panther,
that's fine that they didn't
No,
recast. I don't care about that.
No. But like they were doing you. First of all, no role is less than the actor. The actor is always beneath the role. So
Yeah, of course.
Like, I'm okay seeing another actor as Tony Stark. I'm okay seeing another actor as Joker.
Well, look at what they did to the fucking dude that played General Ross. They replaced that dude in a fucking Harvey when he died. Like, yeah, well, it is what it is. Like, that's just
but like the
or whatever, right?
Yeah, but like the end of Batman, and there's a point to this because this came out in the news recently with Zack Snyder. I did like that they did the smile thing with the chairs and the setup with the Batman statue. That was pretty cool. It's nice in isolation. Obviously, the whole movie's stupid. Zack Snyder said that there was talks that if the ending of The Dark Knight was different, because remember, Christopher Nolan produced Man of Steel. Okay, so there was talks of like Christian Bale being the Batman in the Snyderverse, and only if the ending was different, where they would have to make Batman more fantastical. They would have to make it would have been a very different Snyderverse than what we got.
I didn't mind Ben Affleck's Batman. I thought it was.
Oh no,
cool.
I love Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne. I hate the Dark Knight Batman. I don't care for that comic. Like, it's a one-off comic, and I'm okay with it being a one-off.
Oh, like the comic book. You're talking about like the comic.
Yeah.
The built one with the chunky body and
and
I only like the mech suit.
I didn't like the bat symbol.
You didn't like the little what was her name? The little fucking Kari. Or what was her name? The little redhead Robin.
Oh, I'm okay with that. I'm fine.
Yeah. I didn't really care for it.
Yeah. No, I don't care.
I thought it was stupid because it doesn't make any sense. Like, I know like 3 people in my whole entire existence of life that know that stupid kid's name. If you mention Robin,
even you say that, I'm never gonna remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
no one remembers. Everybody's like, "Hey, do you know the Robins name?" They're like, "Yeah, Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake," and they're like, and they're like,
The
Lucius
redheaded skank.
Fox's kid, the Signal. I mean, what are you talking about? Barbara Gordon, like,
Or Damian Wayne.
Damian Wayne. No, it's fucking no one remembers that stupid chick's name.
No,
Thank
no, no.
God.
Like
Thank God.
I've never liked Batman with short ears. I always wanted like the long ears. And the thing is, even though I don't like the suit, objectively, Ben Affleck's suit was the most comic accurate. It was.
Yeah, he looked great.
Yeah.
And the
But
fight
like you
scenes were
have the
great, too. I
gray
know
and you
for
just didn't give him the trunks. I think it would have been perfect if you gave him the trunks.
Yeah, been all right. I mean, even
Yeah,
if you would have
and-
made him the gray and blue, it would have been all right.
Oh, the blue. I hope for a day we get the actual blue.
It would be
Man, I
so
want that
cool if
so
we do.
freaking bad. Like man, but I don't think we're gonna get anything remotely good from DC for probably another 15 years.
I think the Green Lantern show might be a surprise if they do it right. Again, if they don't, that's the kind of thing I'm worried about, right? And this is what we were talking about. If they do like the fucking fantastical characters and all this shit, you bring in CG atrocitus, you bring in a fucking squirrel, like it loses all its merit to be something taken seriously. That it looks like the vibe they're pulling, where it's real like Breaking Bad ish, right? But
Yeah, like here's the thing. I think like taking the Batman, right? Christian Bale's Batman. Like if you take the first movie in isolation, okay, you set up Gotham. Gotham looks way different in that movie than The Dark Knight, right?
Yeah.
Like it matters. The location matters too. So let's say the two big issues was the airplane and Gotham in The Dark Knight movie. At least for me, where it's like if it looked more like a mix of Tim Burton and New York.
That was the first one,
Batman.
right?
Yeah, that was the first one, the 1989, where it's like, gargoyles on buildings and very Victorian like, but also nightclub crap.
The
Like-
second one looked just too realistic. Like it didn't have
Too
any
real.
vibes.
It just
of,
looked like Chicago. It was just
fantastical-
Chicago.
Yeah, it was
Just
just it was just Chicago. Yeah,
With
that's a
just
good way to put
one
it.
super black building with the name Wayne on it. Like, oh, I wonder
Yeah.
who's Batman's building. Like maybe the one that says Wayne, and it's all pitch black. If they did that and then they introduced the Batwing in the Dark Knight movie, I think it would have been freaking phenomenal. And add some sort of fantastical element, like Killer Croc, or what's another villain that, like Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze, bro. I fucking hate
Yeah.
that Mr. Freeze hasn't been like brought up, other than the Arnold Schwarzenegger one, which I don't.
Yeah, man, you don't like Arnold?
I don't
It's just a
shit on
Freeze,
it.
it's
It
iconic.
fucking was funny, bro.
He's
But
the best. Like, I hate it when people talk during a movie.
yeah. Hey, everybody,
freezes his goons.
freeze. Everyone, chill. It's like, God, stop, please, dude. Please, with the
Dude,
one-liners.
it's like it's one of those movies that it's a masterpiece in its own right. It's a crappy movie, but I will watch it all the time. I love that piece of garbage.
Yeah, I like the fact that the escape for Mr. Freeze was to go straight up after he gets the crystals, go straight up and then come straight back down on the building he was trying to escape from.
Yeah.
Like that was the whole escape plan. Like it wasn't to like go up and then fly
Well,
away. It was just
say-
to go up
say
and go
what
back
you-
down.
say what you want about that film. It was very comic booky, fantastic. You got Mr. Freeze,
Yeah,
you
that
got
I mean,
Bane,
I have
you got Poison Ivy. Really great, like wacky characters. That's not
That was a
realistic,
great-
you know.
live action of Adam West's Batman if you had money. Like it was
Yeah.
like that was
And you
100
didn't
because
want
you
the
literally
spook.
had Mr. Freeze and then he had his like gang of freeze guys. And they were
Yeah,
all
yeah.
on roller blades. No, they were all on ice skates at first. And then in the scene where like Batman apparently like kicks his heels and has skates then and Robin, because remember they did that shit. That was like
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
last time we had a Batman that had like the answer to everything. The Bat card,
Yeah,
which had to be established to him by someone with a background check, right? In a bank
yeah,
account.
yeah,
He
yeah.
would have known he was Bruce Wayne. Everything was in his bat suit. Like everything. The bat nipples, the fucking car had shit going on. Like he
he
could
had
turn,
an
he had
accessibility belt.
he had he was like a utility man, because
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
the moment the guys in the freeze outfits came out and they were ice skating, they clicked their
Mhm.
heels and ice skates came out of their shoes,
Yeah,
and then
dude.
they went off. But in the next scene, if you watch their feet, they're all rollerblades. So I don't know if you guys knew that. That's like continuity error, bro. But like,
Here's a fun fact, which people forget all the time because it's really quick and you don't coincide the two. The actor that's the science dude that gets killed, he's the actor for Lionel Luthor in Smallville
oh yeah. But wait,
and
wasn't
Batman
that
and Robin.
from? Was that the Riddler movie or was that the Freeze one?
No, Batman and Robin. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, the
Crazy,
Riddler
crazy,
movie,
crazy.
man. The
Yeah, I do remember that
like
shit.
like but going back to the lanterns, I think if every episode they take it seriously but add an element of like a fantastical thing, a comic
Oh
thing,
man.
and then like they ease up to it to like the climax of the show, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Where it's
Like
like
they have to allow little elements.
yeah, you can't just like have 3 episodes of very gritty, down to earth, true detective, and then all of a sudden you have like some demon coming from the ground or something. Like
Yeah, you
you
gotta
can't do
lube.
that. Like
You gotta lube me up
yeah,
first, bro. You can't just get
yeah,
just
yeah,
ram
yeah.
me in
You
there.
gotta have some foreplay a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
And I'm okay. You know, it'd be cool if they reject the suit, and that's Hal Jordan's garbage suit, and then Jon Stewart gets his own suit. If they do that, okay, cool. Because he
Yeah,
has
I
multiple
mean, I know
like
Derpy's like. I mean, I get that he stands on business when it comes to like being very about his like thing. I don't like the suit. I
no,
don't.
like
I
look
think it would
to
be cool if it was like a Hawkeye outfit because it looks like a. But then again, it's like these guys are warriors, and maybe they'll make it seem like the Green Lanterns are like a class of warrior that comes up from the cosmos, and that's why like they're like this policing force that
Mhm.
everybody has to respect. So they're like intergalactic
Yeah.
guardians or whatever. Like again, but that's just a
Yeah,
no.
and they have a sector. They don't just have Earth to take care of. They have a whole sector, planets around them, all that. Like, here's the thing. I'm not a fanboy. Meaning, like, just because, let's say, like, I was a fan of James Gunn, I'm not a fan of his DC, but just because he's a part of something now, it has to be a masterpiece. Like, no, I'm gonna call it out as it is. Like, hate on Zack Snyder all you freaking want. He gave us 2 really great comic book films, The Watchmen and 300. Those were
Yeah,
really
no,
good
but he didn't
films.
write those. He's just a cinematographer
But he
for those.
no, but he was the director.
Yeah, but he didn't write
Yeah,
those.
like
And that's the problem with the situation is when you give him the ability to write words, he's a fucking idiot.
no, like here's the thing. Here's what made great comics. It has to be a freaking council. Like they didn't just give like all the Justice League members one comic book writer and artist to do it.
True.
You know, like they had a council crapping on each other's ideas to make it coincide to progress to the Justice League and for things to happen. So when you have one guy thinking he's the like best thing since sliced bread, and he's not really giving, like he's not giving real direction. Like we just got to get these guys together, and everything has to be this tone and gritty and adult like, without like bringing on people who are going to contradict each other. Like as much as I hate that it's Tom King and what's the Damon Litterman or whatever his name is, like it's a smart idea having 2 people, and hopefully they have different opinions and different ways of writing, so that they
Yeah.
can like iron sharpens iron kind of thing. I don't think any director, especially for comic books, when you're adapting something, if it's your own stuff, fine,
Mhm.
be by yourself. But when you're adapting something that's beloved, any comic book, I don't care what it is, you should have 1 to 2 co-directors, so that all of you are like bouncing off ideas off each other, pointing out inconsistencies in the story, so that we get like a freaking masterpiece of a film. One that respects the lore that came before, and progresses the current story and the current universe, but also is cohesive. It's not contradictory to itself.
Yeah.
Like the trailer of the
True.
Lanterns, they will establish the lore later, but as far as we know, it's contradicting itself in the trailer itself. That's not
Yeah.
a good look.
Not a good look at all. Yeah, for what it's worth, like the Green Lantern trailer isn't too crazy. I'm not
No, it's
sold
like
on it though.
it's also because the name Lanterns is attached to it. Like, we're really supposed to be going in this excited for the Green Lanterns. This trailer is designed for you to be excited about cops doing detective work. So
Mhm.
that already turns you off.
Yeah,
Like, why would we want to go watch the Green Lanterns if there's nothing green or lanterns about it?
about
the
it,
trailer?
right?
You
Yeah,
know,
it's good.
like that's why I say, like, when like if the trailer said lantern, right? Like the it's called lanterns, and we literally just see an image of 2 lanterns for 2 minutes, and that's all we see. It did the job of saying like giving us a trailer of exactly what
Of what
we're
we should be
supposed to
looking
get
for,
through
right?
the title. Yeah. But now we got lanterns, and we have like an image of a lantern, but no lanterns doing anything a lantern's supposed to be doing in sight. Even
Yeah,
when
there's like,
it's like a scene, like of
yeah,
how Jordan he puts the ring out, we don't even get to see him power it up and do something.
yeah. I
Like, that
think
would have gone a long way, even with this crappy trailer of showing him what's he gonna do. Did a hand come out and he grabbed the dude? Did he like make an AK-47 stick it to the guy's head? Like, what did he
yeah,
do with his imagination? Like, what's he doing with that ring? And we don't even see it glow. Just a flash to the next scene.
yeah. And then it's like lanterns or whatever.
Yeah, like,
But
what the
like that's the
freak?
thing too, is like there is a scene where he does fly off, right? Which it's not
And
too
there's no
bad.
green glow. There's no
Yeah,
green
that's the other
glow
thing. I
though.
think they're gonna
He's
add
not
that in. I think they're
he's not
waiting so that way
Superman.
they could
Nah, I don't think they're adding any, because if
You
you
don't
look
think they're
at
gonna what?
Guy Gardner in the Superman film doesn't have a green glow.
But what about, isn't there one there's what about the character that comes when Darkseid's on the planet in the first war in the Snyderverse?
The Green Lantern? He
Yeah,
has a
there
glow,
is
and his not only does he have a glow, his ring lights up like super bright, and the symbol actually portrays out like a
and then DC,
3D
and then someone takes him
rendering.
out, right? I think
Yeah,
they take him out.
yeah, and then when you see the ring go up
Fly off, right?
and transfer
Yeah,
fly
yeah,
off,
yeah. Yeah, I
which is
remember
like
that shit. I remember.
those are great details. Like, it shows that Zack Snyder, like, as stupid as he was, as crappy as we got, it shows that he actually cared about, like, these characters, cared about the characters
The
themselves.
coolness of them,
I just
right?
don't I just don't agree with how he portrayed everything. And the thing is, here's the problem with Zack Snyder. He had, other than Wonder Woman, a solid cast. Henry Cavill, great as
Yeah, pretty
Superman.
solid.
It was a crappy
That's not a
Superman,
lie.
but great as
Pretty
Superman.
fucking solid character.
Ben Affleck, Batman. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of Jason Momoa as Aquaman, but with that style, I was like, okay, I could buy that. Cyborg, I've never been a fan of Cyborg being part of the Justice League. I
Okay,
always thought it
well,
made more sense, like, because I always thought he was like a MacGuffin. Like, if they were like, he has the better technology than the entire planet, and he was created by the mother box, right?
Mhm.
And so he would have the answers of everything because he's a supercomputer. I think it makes sense to make Cyborg a teenager, like in Teen Titans, where it's like his maturity level. If he allows his brain to be like a computer, he would go into overdrive and like go crazy, because his brain capacity as a human can't correlate to the development it needs to use up all the knowledge that the internet has and the technology that he uses. You know what I mean? So then you see
Yeah,
an
yeah.
evolution of him creating weapons. It's like, oh, I didn't know I had this, because his brain kind of unlocked it, because he's developed as a character. So I always thought that was really good for him as a character. And I've always thought the best Justice League team was from the animated series. It's
Okay.
like you
Yeah.
got
During like
two
the,
yeah.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah, you got like 3 really overpowered characters: Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter, and Superman. And they always have to be in different parts of the planet handling like really crazy stuff. Then you got Batman, who's just freaking awesome. Hawkgirl, who is like really rash, and she doesn't think the way humans do, so she makes a lot of mistakes. And you got Wally West as the Flash, which I've always thought was better than Barry Allen.
Oh wow.
and then John Stewart as a Green Lantern, which he almost has a mindset similar to Batman, where like he's trying to take care of his people as well as being part of a team, but he's a full timer, and he also has to answer to space issues. So it was really good to see that he was like new in guarding that sector, so that there's going to be issues in space where even Superman and Martian Manhunter have to leave the planet. So there's like, so it's not every time something happens there has to be a Justice League team up. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah, I
in
get you,
Marvel
I get you.
and the MCU, they made that mistake with like Dark World, where like the world was at stake, but the Avengers didn't assemble, and they did
Yeah.
that multiple times. Like the world was at stake, but the Avengers still didn't assemble
Yeah, look at
'cause it wasn't an
fucking
Avengers
Marvel. What
movie.
is it?
Yeah.
Thor Part 2, as a matter of fact. The Avengers movie
Yeah,
happens and Dark World comes out, and you have all the realms lining up together in Washington, of all places, or wherever.
yeah.
And then everybody else is like, yo, I can't, bro. I'm on a date. I'm watching Batman Dark Knight Rises or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just, yeah, it's pretty crazy, dude. But yeah, the Green Lanterns and all that stuff. Like, I don't know, man. I know Derpy really likes that stuff and he really like sits on it, but like, you have to be
Yeah.
critical about this stuff because the world is getting shit on when it comes to entertainment. Like right now, the only reason, and I tell people, look, like, we had that conversation last week about Paramount, Netflix, the dichotomy of Paramount being that it was a left-leaning, like a more liberal-minded company being bought by a right-wing company, and then being like, oh no, like we're gonna get shitty movies. And it's like, well, bro, like we've already been getting, the reason why they're bankrupt is because they were making shitty movies. And all the movies we've been waiting for to come out are all on companies that are more left-winging. I can't even think like by concept, like of that ideology of thinking, like what was the last right-leaning movie that came out?
People considered what's it called? Freedom?
See, what the fuck kind of movie is that? No, I'm talking like a AAA movie, not some fucking weird like independent like movie that's real about like, no, this movie.
No,
about
that
straight
Disney
up,
bought
like,
it and it was
who?
shelved because Disney bought Fox and then they shelved that movie. It was about The
Freedom.
Sound of Freedom. The Sound of Freedom. It's about
Oh,
like,
that's
child
about where
trafficking.
that's the one with the kids and shit. No. That
Yeah,
movie.
that was like that
movie made
right.
movie made a lot of money.
Yeah.
But
it was
no.
shelved
But
for
I'm talking
years.
about like, no. But what I'm talking about is like a fucking Bugs Bunny company or whatever. Like a company like, what is a character Lord of the Rings ish or fucking Harry Potter or whatever that is a known right leaning company that's going bankrupt or that's having troubles, or is a studio itself that has like a leading
There
IP?
is none.
Oh,
There is none.
so all of them that are out there right now are all with that
Left-leaning.
ideology of the opposite part, right? I guess.
Yeah. So like, there's new companies like the Daily Wire that they are delving into.
No. I understand that there's
filmmaking and
some
stuff
like
that.
right-leaning
But
studio that do their own stuff. Like I get
Yeah.
that, but what I'm saying is like, all of these other companies that are failing at what they do and making Hollywood suck.
Mhm.
Like none of these. Star Wars sucks. Marvel sucks. DC sucks. I can't even think of any other major company.
Harry Potter's gonna suck.
Harry Potter. Well, look, Lord of the Rings with the Ring of Power sucked.
Yeah.
Like when because of the current dynamics, Star Trek sucked. Like, why is it that people are scared for these IPs to go somewhere else when they're doing a horrible fucking job with what we're doing right now?
I think the
without
I think
politics
the
being
fear
a thing.
comes. Yeah. Well, I think the fear comes from the pendulum swinging completely to the other side, where we still get preached at. We still get I make this point all the time. Like, I don't even care if it's my ideology. I don't want my own way of thinking shoved down my throat. I want a story that is just a story that has perspective, like again, it's the whole explicit stuff. Like here I'll point out the James Gunn movie. There his brother says, I think liberals and conservatives can all agree that Lex Luthor's a douchebag or an a-hole or whatever he says. When it's like, why is that so explicit? Because that's the way they think. Either you're in one way or the other way. They don't think and there's anybody in the middle. They don't think there's anybody who doesn't like relate to either side. That they just think everybody on earth is one way or the other way, and they don't know how to make something or explain something in without shoving it down your throat or being super explicit. Like if you said that, I think all people, regardless of creed or religion or way of thinking, can agree is that Lex Luthor is an a-hole. That would have made way more sense than just calling people conservatives and liberals. It's insane. So,
But it's
and
crazy
again,
because
I don't think
since we have
Paramount's left like right leaning. I think it's left leaning.
well, I mean, they have a
Unfortunately.
bunch of shit
Yeah.
on it that still sucks, man. Fucking, they have a bunch of.
No,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
fucking, didn't you just say that CNN is under Paramount?
Yeah.
I mean, how like fucking yeah, it's got to be left leaning, right? And it's like I can see where they're scared if they get bought out or whatever. But
No, so it was with under Warner Brothers Discovery, and now they control CNN. But
oh yeah, Warner
like,
Brothers, Warner Brothers.
But Paramount is was major left leaning. Now the
Owner.
CEO who's friends with Trump, and
Trump,
again,
right?
I think it's stupid that people are like, oh, now because friends with Trump, we're gonna get a bunch of right leaning stuff. Like, dude, they own so many properties that, and even if Trump wanted to be like all corrupt type politician that he wants to control the media, I think the only focus would be, you know, the CBS, CNN, all the news outlets that they own. I don't think he's gonna really care about the movies, you know, Batman being right wing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then
Well, I
they
mean,
have
it's
to
crazy
do
because
they have to do Looney Tunes, DCU, they have to do Harry Potter, Game of Thrones. They got
well,
four giant
even
properties.
like even on the factor of
yeah.
it, like they can't even get the idea of trying to like villainize any of the sides that they want to villainize properly. They tried to do it in
Yeah.
The Boys, and I don't know if you see The Boys because it's very vulgar, and I don't think you're into that kind of stuff.
No, I'm into it if that's what its basis is. You know, like
Oh,
I
okay.
watched The
Like if
Boys.
that's
I
the
thought the
format,
season,
if it doesn't change its format for like a,
like
I
I
guess
know what The Boys is. It's like I know it's deconstruction of the superhero, deconstruction
so
of Superman.
in the
I get
last
it,
season,
but
of The Boys,
Mhm.
they do this thing where they try to do like the political thing where they're trying to explain, like I guess they're trying to like talk about Trump and all this other stuff by making it
Yeah.
seem that they're making the movies and they're basing all the movies on like the right leaning mentality and ideology,
Mhm.
but they're using a format that in our reality is used by left leaning media to promote themselves.
Yeah.
But they're trying to make it seem like the right does it, and they're trying to make it seem like that's a authoritarian look, but it's based on their own things that they do. So I'm
Yeah.
we talked about it a while back where it was like,
No,
oh, did
like
you see
we
the satire?
see it,
Where it's
and
like they were like, did you see the
they've tried to
satire?
be subtle with it too. Like the Batman, they're like 500 incels are the ones that influenced the Riddler, and like all it
Yeah.
took was 500 followers to do something like this. I'm like, that's not enough to
Yeah.
make that kind of big splash, you know? Like,
Well, even with
and
that, the idea was
Yeah.
they were doing something that they were like promoting a movie that was coming out in The Boys, but it was exactly a format because this was the funny part is we talked about it because of it. Because the guys were like in our podcast were like, did you see the satire that they were poking fun at Trump? And I was like, yeah, but they were using left leaning things that people do. Like it doesn't make sense for them to make fun
Yeah.
of a person when it's their version of the media that they're doing to put him involved. That means they're doing it. That means the other people are actually doing it, but you're saying Trump does it. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of weird, but like
no.
I'll have to show it to you.
Like I totally get it. Where it's like they believe that the other side does the same tactics that they do, and they
Yeah, but they don't.
It's almost
Like,
it's almost like they want to show that they don't use those tactics and want us to think that the right have control when they actually
and
have
then
control, and all the bad things are happening.
It's that kind of
Like
concept.
it's a
fucking
tactic,
weird.
right? It's stupid because that means they also think us as the population are also stupid. And again, the problem with Hollywood is
weird.
that they forget that their audience could be vast, could be around the world if they just focus on that. If they stop focusing on like America is the only place that exists, all this stuff, we would be actually getting really good movies because it would be based off principles and characterization, not explicit ideology, not explicit beliefs. You know, like
Yeah,
it
100%.
would be so like, and again, the CEO of Paramount might be right wing, but if you look at the Paramount Plus, first of all, terrible freaking streaming service, one of the worst, lags and everything. But if you look at it and the content they make, the original content, they have really garbage shows. They have really good shows. They have left-leaning shows and right-leaning shows that are currently being made today. They got Starfleet Academy, one of the gayest pieces of crap I've ever seen. They have the Halo show, probably the worst adaptation of any video game to exist. But then they have Landman, they have Tulsa King, original stuff that actually is well written and is focused on the story, not focused on a belief system, not focused on the political ideology or whatever. So if anything, I think Paramount is probably the most fair company where they allow kind of, if you're retarded, you could get on there. If you're freaking smart, you could get on there. Whoever you are, make some bullcrap. Because to me, that's what Paramount looks like. Like they have Sonic, they have a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I think it'll work. Hopefully, they're able to pick it up, man. But
yeah, they got really good cartoons and really garbage like transgender messaging cartoons, like Transformers Earthspark.
Earthspark, what's that?
It's this kid's cartoon that's Transformers, and it's like this little black girl's the main character, and she's always preaching about bullcrap, and one of the Autobots like says like, I don't feel like a boy or a girl, I just feel like me. And then like she explains to Optimus Prime like this Autobot is non-binary, and then he like apologizes. And
she's a fucking car. Like they're just a car.
She's a car. She's a robot.
Yeah, she's a fucking car, dude. So fucking. What do you mean I'm not a boy or a girl? Like you're a fucking car.
You are nothing. You shouldn't even have rights.
Yeah, you're a car. Like you have to be big enough to sit in the parking spot. That's the only thing that you have.
You're a space robot. Technically, you're an illegal alien that shouldn't
exist there you
on
go.
this planet. Yeah.
I always like that argument when people bring that up. They're like, "Oh yeah, well Superman's an illegal alien," and I'm like, "That's so
Try
funny.
kicking him out."
yeah.
Try kicking him out, dude.
That's so fucking funny, dude. That's got to be like one of my favorite like fucking like things, dude.
No, and again, a lot of people like everybody fights like who's the biggest villain in Marvel and DC, and they're both the same. The government. The government is the biggest villain in both.
Yeah. And they hire like the worst people. Look at Amanda Waller, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and then they fucking get Lex Luthor to be president. They get Lex Luthor to be president and all this shit. It's just wild, bro. Alrighty. I think this is about time we call it, man. Got to talk about the Green Lantern. Of course, The Boys season 5, we didn't really talk much about. But I guess the Green Lanterns was able to take us through the whole hour, actually almost to 2 hours and a half. Yeah, but I got a long week coming up tomorrow, so
I got you, man.
Yeah. What's your week look like, Relic? How's everything been going?
Man, pretty decent. Like, dude, I got a flat the other day, and I couldn't get the tire out from under the car, so I took a hammer to it. Finally, got it out. Picked up my son from school, and then I got a car. Traded that car in immediately the next day. Was it just giving?
Oh, so you got a better car?
Oh yes, way better car. Got a solid deal. Unfortunately, like last one was paid off. This one I'm back to like owning or debt, a little bit of debt, but it's a really good functional car. Is perfect. But yeah, like I only got this last week has been rough in terms of YouTube. All my streams lagging like hell and freaking freezing the frames. And I gotta dump whatever is causing my, again, I have a laptop, I don't have a PC, but whatever my laptop's causing to crash and render frames and all that. So that's what I'm dealing with. Cause
you were dealing with some shit earlier too, like offline before we got online, right? Like where it was kind of like lagging and shit.
Yeah, and I just opened another freaking tab, and that's
And
the
it fixes it.
YouTube tab.
It's crazy.
No, I closed it so that it fixed it. But yeah, but this week I do plan on streaming more. Don't really plan like if I put out a video, great. But my main plan is just to stream and talk, have open dialogue, so anybody could come on at least in the chat. Because I don't have freaking my StreamYards doesn't work well, and mainly because
you know,
I can't have multiple tabs
yeah,
open.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But
yeah,
people
it
could
is
come
what
in the
it is.
chat and I just riff off and like we chill, talk about superhero stuff, talk about whatever's going on in the media. But yeah, that's all I got going on this week.
Dope. Well, we got hopefully some fighters coming up, man. So we were supposed to do Golden Gloves this weekend, but that shit fell through because I don't know, they don't do their shit right on the promotional side. But
No, I got
we should
you.
have some fights. We should have some fights next week and the week after, and then I got a couple of my amateurs coming up, and hopefully my pro gets on the Fury card. So got some stuff coming up because if you don't know what I do MMA on the outside. So you know, hopefully it works out. That'd be nice. And it's just been busy. It's just been really, really busy. But yeah, Marvel's been really slow. DC's been and literally I've just
We're
been
getting
playing.
Daredevil. We're getting Daredevil. This
Oh,
month.
so there was a trailer release, right? Or some shit?
Yeah, a teaser.
Whoa.
And
all right. And
I'll
the
give
Defenders
Disney
are coming
credit.
back, right?
Yeah, well, sort of. I
Yeah.
think the actor for Luke Cage said that he's still in talks. I don't know.
I hope he
But,
comes back. That guy was the best one.
I thought he was solid.
Yeah, I thought he did.
I just hope they recast the Iron Fist. Like I'm sick
I
of
hope that
little
they.
arm
I hope
heroes.
that they don't.
Or at least beef him up.
Well, not only that, I hope that he like as the actor takes the responsibility to fucking
Get buff.
to learn some fucking martial arts, dude.
Yeah.
And not look like a cunt, dude, because that was the biggest thing that pissed me off is like he looks stupid as fuck when his fight scenes, and it's like, bro, like you're gonna get paid $1 million. You're one of those assholes that's like, oh, I'm a real when I act, I take it seriously. Like, and it's like, dude, well, fucking do your due diligence.
Yeah, and put on
Take
some
a
freaking
couple of
muscle.
fucking karate
Like,
classes at the Boys and Girls Club for fuck's sakes, dude.
yeah, and
Like-
you can even make it realistic. Just go do some Muay Thai and then mix it with a little bit of Kung Fu. Like that.
Oh, just
that
learn-
always looks
just-
cool.
Just learn some fucking kung fu and parkour and no Muay Thai, because like then you learn to really fight, and you can't apply that in real life, like in film. It
No,
doesn't
but
look right.
but like having it slightly more realistic. Like for instance, John Wick, the last one did a really good job at implementing jujitsu with Kung Fu with Aikido. It was really good.
I guarantee the stunt guy isn't a Muay Thai guy or a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy. I guarantee they're a stunt coordinator who used to do Kung Fu and wire harnessing work, and then like knows about those sports and then has to implement it into film. Like I guarantee they're not a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Like I guarantee that.
I guarantee you, but Keanu Reeves, like it was obvious, like
he trains.
It was obvious jiu-jitsu, and he trained specifically so that
I think he's at
get a
level
blue belt.
I think
And then
I
think he trained specifically to get a blue belt so that he could do those scenes.
I think there's like a certain, I forgot the name of it, but I think it's like level 22 or stage 22 movie stunt
Something
team
like
level.
that.
Yeah, there's a stunt team that Keanu Reeves goes and trains with, and it's something like that. And they're really big on like practicing a bunch of different like martial arts, but like they're really solid at just their initial work.
Yeah,
like if that makes sense. So yeah, I think, and it's not like these motherfuckers can't pay for it. You know, that's what pisses me off.
The thing is, like, he's in line with Charlie Cox, Daredevil. Like, why don't you just go literally across the street
and
in
train
the same studio and be like, hey, can I use a Daredevil coordinator so that I can learn some bullcrap? Like, that's all he's got to do. And I give Disney credit for this. They never copyright when you react to their trailers. They never do it. Do you want to pull it up, the teaser? I don't think it's going to be good for Daredevil.
Yeah. Let me fucking. All right, we're gonna take a chance, right?
Is there a teaser?
All right, guys. Well, if it ends up fucking kicking us off, we fucking did it for the biscuit, dude. All right.
Yeah,
Daredevil trailer. Is it Born Again or
Born Again, unfortunately.
Born Again?
Yeah. Again.
Born Again and again. All right. So, boys, I'm gonna put this up, and ladies, if you're out there, I don't want to just, But if we get
Probably
fucking,
not, dude. This is a sausage fest, dude.
if we get fucking booted, if we get banned by Disney for fucking playing this,
We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
then I won't even fucking care to watch this show. Fuck them, dude. Like,
I'm not
like,
gonna watch it. Like I already
you are-
was disappointed with the first one.
You're gonna watch it, Relic.
No.
You're gonna be there,
Nope.
sitting at the CVT. What's it? CVT TV? Like
Well,
you're
like-
13 again.
No. If I'm starting to make money on YouTube, I might watch it.
I mean,
Maybe.
I didn't watch the last Daredevil fucking thing because they killed Froggy in the first episode, and I was like, "The fuck is this, dude?" And then Bullseye falls off the top of like an 8-story building, and then continues to survive. And I was like, "Bro, I can't. This doesn't make any sense." But the
Yeah.
Punisher was in it, and I saw that episode just because he's in it. Let's check this bitch out. I think they show most of the vendors, right? Oh, there she is, Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones.
Can you stop him?
I got the double D.
Not alone.
Really garbage
So
music.
what's next?
Hey, Swordmaster, isn't he from the what TV show is he in? Kamala Khan.
Well,
that one?
No, he,
That's
I don't know.
Swordmaster. Let me see.
Dude,
Marvel.
all the bull crap we've gotten from.
Fuck, I know
from
Marvel. Swordsman. Yeah, swords. Man, I think Hawkeye show. Yeah, he was in the Hawkeye show. Jacques Dick Quins, whatever.
Jack Dickface.
Yeah, but that's
We're gonna take this city
so that
back.
brings him close to Kate Bishop, right? Bullseye.
Dude,
still-
FK Bishop.
You didn't like
Should
Kate
be
Bishop?
tons
She's so
of fun.
cool.
Man, I hate the music. And
Bullseye
here's
in
a
this? Oh, I like
perfect.
that holster though.
Yeah, well, here's a perfect example of a trailer having a tone and using the wrong freaking music
Music?
to
I can't
make
hear
the
the
tone
music.
off. You can't hear the music?
Alone.
It's freaking awful.
So what's next?
Is it My Chemical
We're gonna
Romance
take
or
this
what?
city back.
Oh, it's very like it's like an anime. It's got like anime pretty music.
It's gay.
It's just so
That's what
fucking.
it is. Like,
I like the black and red outfit.
Can you stop him?
oh yeah, I always thought season 3 of the Netflix one should have had the black outfit instead of
Yo,
him
is
going
that
back.
who's
And I know
this
in the
guy?
comics it goes back. Man, who cares?
You know who that looks like? Do you remember Step by Step? That looks like Cody. Remember Sasha Mitchell?
Oh yeah.
It looks like
Yeah,
Sasha
yeah.
Mitchell. But there's no way, dude. Sasha Mitchell's
No,
like
no. He's dead.
48 years old. This literally looks like him as a kid, dude.
Yeah.
That's
that
crazy.
that guy's
I'm gonna have to
a
look who
relic.
that is. But like, so did they kill Froggy so they can bring this chick back?
Look, Catherine. I'm sick of seeing Matt Murdock and Catherine as a freaking couple. He's obviously obsessed with Elektra. They're not bringing Elektra back for some damn reason.
The actress. but she sucks.
Catherine, I think they're turning Catherine into a girl boss, and she's a great actor. I liked her, but in the comics, like she sells Daredevil's identity to
that who it
Kingpin
is?
and then overdoses on heroin. So he sells the identity for drugs. And at the time, I believe Daredevil was dating Black Widow. Like there's so many rich comics, and this just looks awful, dude.
What's
Like,
up,
the
Brian?
black
Brian's in the
suit-
comment
the-
section.
Black suit looks great. Black suit looks
Yeah, it looks cool.
phenomenal. Yeah.
There's like a higher level that we're gonna hold this show to be like the one that they
Because
did
of
on
Netflix.
right?
Netflix
Yeah.
did such a
Okay,
freaking
I'm just
good
making
job.
sure that that's what we're doing.
Well, like
I
Born
just-
Again, the first season was terrible. They cucked
Wasn't
Matt
good.
Murdock, made him do the Walk of
Exactly.
Shame in She-Hulk. That was freaking awful.
Not alone.
It's crazy because I heard someone like in an interview about this show talking about like, yeah, we're gonna get the iconic hallway scene, and I'm like, bro, stop. We did it once. Like, I don't need it every fucking
Yeah.
series to do like 12 episodes of there being a hallway scene. Like, give me something else. Like, give me something like, I don't know.
Well, I
like,
also like they're already changing a lot of the characters. So like what's I just said her name. What the freak is her name? Catherine.
Catherine, whatever.
Or Karen. Catherine. What the hell?
Karen.
Karen.
And I like her. She's like badass at
No,
Dungeons and Dragons.
I love her, but
Badass
like,
dungeon master.
they're already training her in martial arts. Like she's already super busy as a detective, as a journalist. Well, not a detective, but she does journalism.
I heard
like
that she's
and that
in
that
talks
dynamic.
to play her part on God of War
What?
too.
Oh, really?
She's in God of War. She's the wife of Kratos in the new game.
Oh,
Like,
sick.
and they use her mocap and everything. And I hear that they want to do like, because her character, she's part giant, and she's
Well,
like
we
the
could-
person.
By the way, Brian, what do you think of the Lantern trailer?
Oh yeah,
just-
what
I
do you
just
think of the
wanna know.
Lantern show, bro?
Uh,
What do you think of the trailer? And tell me how much you hate it.
Yeah. No, but the Karen Page, like she was her own character. She was solid. And if you saw the trailer before this one, the like 1 minute or 2 minute one, like Matt Murdock is training her. And my worry, well, I'm not even worried no more. I'm done with this show. But my original worry was that she's gonna be another girl boss, and they're
Yeah, of
gonna
course she is.
diminish her character.
Yeah, she'll
They
be the
keep
next
doing that.
Daredevil, dude.
So what's
Yeah, but I'm checking out. Derby had to agree with me on the video. Derpy had to agree with you.
What? What does that even mean?
I'm gonna take this city back.
If not, you're gonna. tear
I
it
don't
down.
I don't want to see freaking Daredevil smile. That's crazy. The Lantern suit does look terrible.
You see it? We're not the only ones that said it. I was like, I think the suit looks more like a Hawkeye outfit, or not Hawkeye, Hawkman. I'm sorry.
I think it looked like a really bad CW Green Arrow outfit.
Yeah, it looks like a cosplayer made it.
This should be a ton.
So in other words,
And I-
Daredevil's superpower is don't run into him in a fucking hallway, right? Like that's what we can kind of.
Yep. No, and I think Jessica Jones looks great. Like
Yeah, she looks
she's
fantastic.
a good-looking actress. She looks like
Yeah,
she
man.
put slightly
Fine
a
wine,
little
baby.
bit more meat on her bones.
That looks like the place where they did the where they met up with Punisher.
Yeah, it's
The
just
background.
like
So
I
that's
don't.
gonna be like their defenders layer or
The
whatever.
Born Again didn't start off too bad. It's just the dialogue. With the dialogue that we got from the Netflix show, the dialogue was off. The fight scenes were a little off, but it was like, okay, it's leading up to something, and then they just crapped themselves on the.
Well, even
finale
with
of Born
that,
Again.
like they
Yeah.
tried to introduce Muse or whatever, and Muse, like everyone was like, "Oh my
Yeah.
god, Muse!" And it's like, bro, they barely like this character's got like 5 comic books dedicated to him in the Daredevil. Who the fuck cares about this guy like in the real world? Like they only introduced him like
No, but
3 years
here's
ago.
here's
So,
I'll play the devil's advocate a little bit, okay? I'm okay with them introducing crappy characters and making them better in the show because I want creativity. Like I made the point of Smallville creating Lionel Luthor, Batman animated series creating Harley Quinn. Like there are ways to bring in your own original characters because that's what comic books are. We're not supposed to just have this universe and then like never again are we gonna make any more new characters with new powers, with new dynamics, new rules. Like we should constantly be making new things.
yeah,
And I think if we actually go back to that, there'll be no more race swapping, no more gender swapping, no more like making one a Mary Sue and then changing the character's dynamic and like Karen Page used to be the super solid character that's a journalist. Now she's gonna be all girl boss. Like you don't need to do that. You could just introduce different characters and create new ones. And then we still get to it would be like the best of both worlds. They get what they want and we get what we want, which keeping the characters exactly as they were in the comics and being amplified through cinema.
yeah. At least, man.
Yeah, that's what I was saying,
Yeah,
Brian.
Brian.
Like the last 2
Yeah, dude.
episodes just
Brian knows.
Not sticking the landing on shows.
Yeah, we've been on this fucking. It's crazy because like Marvel is so dry right now. Like the Daredevil trailer dropped, and I had totally and I saw it. I saw the trailer, but I didn't even
Yeah, yeah.
remember enough that the boys
Dude,
and
I-
the boys suffers from the same thing because I couldn't get through Gen
Yeah, yeah.
V season 2. I lost interest in that
I
film
I
because
didn't. I remember seeing the trailer, and to me, I was completely disconnected. It was like, oh, this is the boys universe, and then I just kind of
well the Gen
Nothing.
V it's on season 2 and it's been out already for like a month and a half, 2 months already.
yeah.
And I think the reason why the show, like, I lost interest is because the only character that I was interested in and dynamically connected to was the young man who passed away in real life in a motorcycle accident. So in season
Oh.
1 of Gen V, there is a character. He's the black character that dates the girl that's the best friend of the main dude. That's like the
Mhm.
main cool superhero that like kills himself or whatever. I forgot his name, but I'll bring him up. Gen V. Let me say. I'll get the actor. Okay, he did so good. Gen V actor died. Chance, right?
Mm. Oh, I didn't see the Invincible trailer.
Chance promo.
We definitely cannot play the Invincible trailer because Amazon is super stingy on copyright.
Yeah, they'll fucking tear me down, bro. It's just Brian trying to get us fucking banned already, dude.
With what?
He's trying to get us kicked. He's like, yo, watch the Invincible trailer, bro. It's like, we can't do that. We'll get banned real
Oh.
quick. This guy. Chance promo. This character. He
I didn't
did.
know he died in a motorcycle accident.
Yeah, he died literally like I think it was a couple of months before
Damn.
they started the new season. He did his character development in the first season of Gen V was like it was great, dude. It was really, really great. And then it just so happens that he passed away tragically in a motorcycle accident. It was really like, of course it's
Damn.
devastating. And then to know
Yeah.
that he was like to me, like the crown jewel in the show. Like I think his character was so cool, and he was such a great
Yeah.
actor too. So like to see him, I'm not interested in the show as much anymore because like the shrinking chick or like the dude that's like incredibly strong, that's like autistic or whatever, or the chick that controls blood, or like I don't give a two shits about that stuff. Like that guy, the other guy was interesting, but like, and the
Yeah.
love triangle that he was in with the best friend's girlfriend and her fucking everybody over. Like there was great things that they had going on, but it didn't. Yeah. But
We haven't talked about the Invincible.
no, not at all. Not at all. But we will probably next week. We'll do it with you, bro, when you come back. Yeah, so I saw in the Boys trailer that they're bringing in all of these characters, and it's like, fuck, I'm super behind. I gotta watch that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll talk about
Yeah,
the Boys
I
trailer
like
later and stuff.
let me know when you talk about the boys because I'll probably hop out because I don't watch the boys. I watched the first season. I was like solid, and then I got into the second season. I'm like, this is getting very.
Yeah, it's the same shit
very
over and over.
much
It's just
like,
it's just bad stuff. They just like
Yeah,
debauchery.
they did a faster Walking Dead where it was just like, no, this is never gonna get better. It's just the same
Yeah,
thing.
pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the same boat. But yeah, we'll call it there, brother. And Relic, thank you super much for jumping on. I know that you're usually like a busy dude with the family and stuff like that, so I appreciate you. And you're sitting there in your
yeah, but I make
100
time 'cause
degree
this is fun.
garage, dude.
Dude, I'm melting here, dude. I have
Yeah, I
I
was
have this
gonna
little
say,
fan, bro.
you're just
I have this
fucking-
little fan right here. This fan is on my balls right now. Like I'm sitting.
bro,
on
you
it,
got to get a
I'm
mini
just like-
split, dude, in your garage.
What the freak is that?
That's those ACs that have like the ones that they're like on the wall in the back, and then it has an outdoor
Like
part.
oh,
It's like an indoor outdoor, but it's built into the wall. You get a mini split, they're like $200-300, and then that'll
wait, send me
fucking
$200-300, then I'll buy one.
yo. You're like yo, fucking Facebook Market, baby. Get that shit for 100. Yeah, you should look into getting a mini split, dude. So that way you, since you have your studio in your garage, like that shit'll cool your whole garage down.
Dude, because I'm dying here. Luckily, like
yeah.
actually, it might be good because I have a bunch of Lego sets that are still in the box in here.
The
and
humidity.
they
and stuff.
haven't the humidity hasn't damaged them yet, but it eventually will.
I think you should look into a mini split. I think it'd be a good investment for your garage, dude, if you have it like as a studio.
Yeah, I just need money for the investment, dude.
Yeah, I know. We need to invest in the Save Relics Balls Fund.
Save Relics ball.
Alright,
Welcome to my OnlyFans.
Yeah, welcome to the Only Relics.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
brother, maybe you should do like fucking unboxings for Legos, dude. I mean, fucking everybody was doing cards once.
Like I like doing Legos. It's really hard to like set up. Like my table's not really big, and then I drop a piece, I'm gonna lose it, and
Yeah, it fucking.
it's super
it's a
like it's
nightmare.
super time consuming. If I have like like all my really long streams, they're like 10 hours long. Is me playing a
Goddamn.
video game from like 7 at night till like pretty much 5 in the
Yo,
morning.
you need to play Surrounded. Surrounded.
Surround Dead.
Yeah, you need
that
to
a
play
new
that. It's a
game or what?
solo, yeah, it's a solo survival game that's like DayZ, but it's really fucking fun.
Is it a horror game or?
Nah, dude, here, I'll show you a thing real quick so that way you get it. So that way you understand what it is first. I've been playing it. I've been racking up hours just because I like it so much. I'll play a little trailer of it so that way you see what's up. Oh. So let me see.
Excuse
me. Game trailer. This one.
You don't feel like
Not
getting
this
up,
one.
going out,
Nice,
home,
nice.
It's the
Fat dude.
fucking soap guy,
man
dude.
anymore.
Survivor.
So it's very
I
like
think
low
I've-
poly,
No, I like it though. I like these weird games.
bro, but it's so fucking fun.
Is it online or like there's
No.
a story and everything?
You solo play. They're making a multiplayer one called Never Alone. And but this is all by yourself, and there's objectives, and you just survive. That's all it is. It's like DayZ. And there's a little bit of base building. It's not overcomplicated. The electricity isn't overcomplicated. It's simple. Food and all that stuff. It's just fun. It gets it. There's a part of it that it just understands what a horror game should be about. It looks a little
it looks-
wonky because of the low poly, but man, it is.
No, I like it. It looks like they kind of took a lot of inspiration from Fallout 4, like in terms of like the setup and building and stuff.
There is some like like Easter eggs kind of stuff going on, which is like you can see where like the guy's clothes, he looks like Negan.
Okay.
But like they do it on purpose to kind of like offer the opportunity for it to be like, oh, you want to look like Shaun of the Dead? You want to look like this? We can have that. But it's not like
sick.
one for one. But it's such a good game, dude.
Mhm.
Such a good game.
I gotta be careful because I get obsessive, dude. It's also
Bro,
why I'm, like,
I
heavily
mean,
autistic.
again, it's better to get obsessed, I think, with like solo play games than like multiplayer
Well, like-
games.
Well, like that's why I get like heavily autistic when it comes to like movie reviews. I'm like, this is how this doesn't make sense because this is an
Mhm.
implication of this, this, and this, and this.
Yeah, yeah.
And I really dissect everything, and I'll ruin my life over a video game, man. So that's
Bro,
why I like play very, very
This
little bit.
game is worth it. I've been every weekend. I've only had this game for 2 weekends, and I've been busy, and I've dropped 60 hours in it in the last like 2 or 3 days.
Damn.
Yeah, so and I only play Helldivers. Like I don't play anything else. Like I'm super addicted to Helldivers and Warhammer. And Warhammer, I don't have as much time as I do.
Yeah,
Helldivers.
Warhammer, you need a ton of money and
No, for the video
and
game, you
a ton
don't.
of time.
No, for the video game.
I
you
thought
don't,
you were
yeah.
talking about like the.
No, I'm
tabletop.
talking Space Marines too, like PC. I'm a big
I
gamer.
still want
guy,
to
but
play. I want to play that game. I really
It's
want to play
great.
that game.
It's great. Your testosterone level rises 25%, dude.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
100%. You'll grow a beard by the end of your like full playthrough, dude.
No, I'll shave it off. I don't.
Yeah. Well,
I
you're
like
gonna
to
need a fucking machete for that because the regular shavers don't work after that game. You need
Good.
a chainsaw to cut your
Good.
beard. Nah,
Take
but
a flamethrower to the
surrounded.
face.
You know, trying to shave with it. You're like, oh, I play Space Marines too. No, I highly recommend Surrounded if you guys get a chance and
Yeah.
you like solo play and you want like the opportunity just to relax and do your own thing. 100%. That's what you guys need to be playing right now. Super good. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna head out because I need to go do some stuff before I get to sleep. And yeah, I appreciate every one of you. Relic, thank you so much for jumping in. Everybody, Brian, thank you, brother, for jumping in. Derpy, if you're out there, thank you so much for popping in and saying what's up. Everybody out there that jumped to the comment section, we appreciate you guys. To all our extraordinary listeners, I just want to say thank you. We hope you're being safe. We hope you guys are enjoying the weather. And yeah, we'll see you guys again here next Sunday on the Average Boys podcast with Derpy and Relic and Brian and Triggs if he ever comes back, wherever the fuck that dude is, and whoever else.
Still haven't met that
decides.
guy.
Yeah, I know. Fuck, it's been like four months already. Goddamn. But yeah, he'll be in. He'll come in. But yeah, we appreciate every one of you guys. Again, thank you to the Answers podcast for allowing us to share on their group and everybody that comes from there. We appreciate you. I know it's not sports, but it's just a cool time to converse and talk about the nerd stuff before we all go back to our hectic week and get a good way to disconnect. So, guys, thank you so much. Relic, see you, brother. Thank you so much, Brian. Hopefully, see you next Sunday. Everybody, we'll see you.
See you guys.
Laters.